My God, these women
God.
who talk. I felt like I didn't have any air to breathe for a second.
Oh. No, you know what? This is that's a breath of fresh air for me. Just some good old-fashioned
sexism and
misogyny. I can that feels like a weight off my shoulders.
God, these
I'm like, oh, finally, just regular levels
Back to reality.
like, just intolerance. I can stand intolerance.
Grab some popcorn and stick around. We've got some garbage to talk about.
We have 2 more chapters left.
Chapter
Oh my
18.
goodness. I think we're gonna do it. We're already at 2 hours recording.
We're still going at the same pace.
Okay, we're doing fine.
So chapter 18. Chapter 18, surprise party. Chapter 15, or surprise party, depending on who you are.
Okay.
One of them has a question mark and one of them has an exclamation point.
All right. Some people are more excited than others.
Some people don't know if it's happening still.
Yeah, well.
So we start in Shadowpaw. Okay. I was going to summarize I'm just going to read these next 2 paragraphs because I don't know what happened, but they kind of seem like they're more poorly written than most of what came before, so I'm just going to read them because I was kept reading them and I was like, I don't know how to summarize this. It was already 7:35, close to 8, but my heart is racing pretty hard. This party will determine who were our true friends from the fake. I have got the first living room all set up. I got some beer and children juice. Earlier, I made Earlier, I made some food so we could eat dinner. Yes, Karina. Do you have a question?
I don't even know if I want to ask it. So children juice is either like juice for children, so just juice, or it's another word for
freshly squeezed out of a child.
Yeah.
Out of a child. It's liquefied children.
What I was going for was, and we can cut this, juice that makes children.
Oh, that's a very different thing. I like that.
I hate it.
I love this new interpretation.
Oh my god, I don't like
the alignment chart.
This. Where does juice that makes children go?
Children
in the trash.
In the garbage.
In the garbage.
Oh, straight to hell.
Silver was upstairs getting also ready. Eclipse was sitting on the sofa eating some chips with some apple juice. I can't stop shaking and sweating. The suspend is killing me. I went to the kitchen to make sure the food is still hot and good to eat once everyone gets here.
Hot
and good to eat. Okay, food seems to be good. Now I have to go see Silver. Just hoping Shadow. My name was called, but a sexy voice.
Oh,
I
no.
turned around to see Silver wearing the red dress. He was also wearing the matching earrings. His 2 big quills on the sides were straightened down, while his other 3 bangs were pushed by a red headband.
Incredible.
His was hot as hell.
Oh
if there weren't people coming here in the next 30 minutes, I would have been banging him.
Oh my god.
Wow!
I just want to see...
He just got dressed. Don't ruin this for him.
This reminded me of a time where my family and I were, like, traveling, and my dad got a new pair of shoes, and my mom, for fun, in front of her 3 children, decided to go, if it was just you and me on this trip with those nice shoes, and we're all like, Mom!
What the?
She was doing it, like, as a joke to make us uncomfortable, and it worked. I'm like, Mom, stop. Stop it, Mom.
Well, did she do this? I cover one hand across my face. I felt all the blood rising up to my nose.
Sorry, when you said that, I just thought of, like, that Twitter meme where it's like, we irritating. That's what I thought of.
What?
Here, I'll show you guys what I mean. Everybody else isn't gonna be able to see this.
He stood there with both hands on his hips. The dress came up to the sides of his shoulders, down to cover some of his knees.
Whoa.
He was also He was also wearing his boots, making him have a butt, and the earrings looking
Whoa,
what?
good
it
too.
made him have a butt? Say it ain't so.
I think I get what they mean, but no.
I know what they mean, yeah, but no.
You tried.
Wording. Everything on him looks so perfect, more than me.
Okay.
So,
Like,
Shadow tells
Is he
him,
saying, like, more perfect than me on him?
What?
he's the ultimate life form.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Um, And then Shadow tells him he looks sexy, in the good way.
Oh! As opposed to all those uggos who look sexy.
The insult of looking sexy.
Yeah.
So, the guests finally start arriving to the party. The first person to arrive is Rouge with Lance and Knuckles.
Oh my god.
Go home,
why'd you
Lance.
be a
And this-
kid?
This is the first time Rouge has seen Eclipse since the last time he was kidnapped by Silver. So she runs over to him and like showers him with kisses. And Shadow, I guess this was included in the story, Shadow had told her at some point that the next time she saw him, he would be safe. But anyway. So he wasn't like, I have him, don't worry. He was just like, the next time you see him, he'll be safe. And then
Until
Knuckles is
then,
happy.
danger.
Knuckles is happy because his wife is happy. You know what they say. Happy wife, happy life. Next to arrive is Amy with her daughter, and Cherry.
Why is she here?
They're friends.
An enemy of Sonic is a friend to Shadow?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, just... Why do they associate with so... Like, why is this circle of friends just full of rapists?
I think we decided
takes
this
one to
in
know
one of the
one.
last videos, the weird chain of assault.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, takes one to know one. So, like,
Gross.
listen, not Silver, Shadow is like, alright, well, I'm a sex pervert. I know what a sex pervert looks like, and you, Sonic, are also a sex pervert. We should combine our powers and just become the worst person imaginable.
Yikes.
So Cherry, who's Amy's daughter, brought a friend with her. A blue hedgehog with dark blue hair named Nolly.
Oh, it's my OC.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And then the other guests show up. Espio with Charmy, Cream came with Angie and Cosmo. The Fox Girl told Shadow that
Sorry,
Tails
who
is
came
out of-
with Angie and Cosmo?
Cream. The rabbit.
And who is Angie again?
Another OC, Tails' girlfriend.
Okay, why is it Tails with them?
Okay, the Fox Girl told Shadow that Tails is out of the country for research.
Oh. Shrug
Research.
emoji.
I'm definitely not in Aruba
Finally-
with my second family.
I really appreciate that, you know, Tails is still dating within the species, you know? He can't possibly date a character who's
I mean,
of
they
a
all
different
are.
species. It would be
They all are.
disgusting for him to do so.
Finally,
Lindsay, wake up.
I'm awake.
Finally, the blue idiot came too, but he was with his twin brother.
The blue
What?
idiot.
That's a
Sorry,
good contrast.
what?
Finally, the blue idiot came too, but he was with his twin brother.
Okay, fine.
His green brother didn't came alone. He had a little hedgehog boy with him. Green brother.
Mama, why don't you know
So
my
Shadow-
name? I'm sorry, Green Mario.
Green Luigi. So Shadow calmly walks over to Scourge and asks him if he stole the
Oh
child.
my god.
And Scourge gets offended, but then realizes what he meant, which I'm like, what? First he was offended, then realizes what I meant. He first started his story saying he went out with this really hot mom and she had a son. Normally he didn't like kids, but he spent more time with the kid than the hoe mother. Wait,
What?
I don't understand how to inflect this sentence. Normally he didn't like kids, but he spent more time with the kid than the ho-mother. So he spent more time with the kid first, and then the mother.
No, I think they mean than. Like, he spent more time with the kid than that ho-mother.
Got it. So after she left him...
It's just some classic... I don't know if this is slut-shaming or just shaming.
Slut-shaming.
It's just a shame altogether.
It's a real shame that the story was written.
Yeah?
I like that Lil Z's capable of laughing and agreeing even while asleep.
No, I'm on board with that wholeheartedly.
On board with what?
This is a bad story.
Okay.
You could have said that at any point.
Shush.
He spent more time with the kid than the ho-mother. So after she left him, inside he felt lonely once again, like he felt he needed someone who can understand him. He wanted to take care of someone. In his heart, he said a child seemed to brighten up his heart. He pulled the child hand towards me. The young child was at least 1 year younger than Eclipse. That means this child is 3 years old. Just so you have a...
Okay.
I'm
sorry, did he steal a child?
I don't know.
Where'd he get this kid?
From this hot mom that he was dating.
But he was then she left him.
I don't know.
And then he just has a kid?
His name was Venice. Same face and hair like Silver, but his chest fur was yellow, blue eyes, and his black eye marks around his eyes that went all under the eyes, slipping under his own eyes.
What the hell is this?
To give an evil look.
What on earth?
Reading that out loud was so much worse than reading. It said eyes like 6 times. I need to read it again.
Okay, so this mystery bizarro child shows up out of, again.
With Scourge.
I cannot stress this enough.
And Tonic.
He's dating some woman.
Yes.
He spends time with their kid.
Yeah.
She says, I'm tired of you. And she leaves. And now he just has the kid.
Now that I'm saying it out loud, I don't know if it's her kid or if he
That's
just,
what I'm saying!
Adopted a kid.
Because it sounds like he got lonely and then he just acquired a child.
Yeah.
Well,
It never explains it, because Shadow says, did you steal this child? And he gets offended, and then he's like, oh wait, now I know what you mean. But then he never explains it.
What?
Scourge said the child did remind him of Silver, so he was worried to bring him to the party. He was right. If I wouldn't never find out that Silver was alive, this child would have hurt me badly.
What?
But I just told him it wouldn't. Venice was his name, as we established earlier.
Yeah.
Venice was his name, a child whose father is a man whore, drinking hedgehog. Even worse, his own uncle is the same.
Oh.
Hey, Karina?
Yeah.
Do you know what's going on anymore?
I'm half tuned out because it's so ridiculous that it's hard to follow.
I feel like we always hit a section of the video like this. There's always a part where we are all just laying back and going,
what the heck?
What is this?
I don't know
Just
what's
make it
going
end.
on.
This party gets wild,
no.
friend.
It's not already?
What?
It gets worse.
Okay.
I'm gonna...
Guess it runs in the family. Not surprised if he end up like his adopted father. You're talking about a 3-year-old. Since he's now Scourge's family, this means Venice is not related to us, making him a second cousin to Eclipse. I call over my son to greet the child to his other cousin.
None of that makes any sense. Not one iota of that made any sense at all.
Do you know what
I can't... It's like a series of unconnected dots, and they're like, oh yeah, there you go, there's the through line, and I'm like, no there isn't.
Do you know what's even more wild?
Do you see the picture it makes?
This is the second to last chapter, and we're introducing new characters.
kind of reminds me of that one Alvin and Brittany story called The Story of Alvin and Brittany, where, like, literally in the last, like, 3 paragraphs, Tony shows up out of nowhere, and it's like, who the hell is Tony?
My favorite part of that, though, is that Matt walked in at the last minute, and he's like, hey, guys, I'm here, and you're all like,
Hey, it's me, Tony.
It's me, Tony. And he just went with it, no context, empty head, no thought, just Tony. Oh my god.
He's still asleep.
And then 9/11 happened in the story.
No.
Alvin knew... You're asleep, Lizzie. Don't react.
I heard that was enough.
Alvin knew 9/11 was coming.
He didn't stop it.
He on 9/10, there were supposed to be plane crashes that never happened, and he went, "Oh well, I guess we'll just see if they happen tomorrow."
And then it happened tomorrow, and he was at 9/11. He was an NYC firefighter, and he was at 9/11.
Man, I'm
And
gonna
they,
watch that
and
video
they have
tonight.
hijinks. They have hijinks at 9/11.
Making jokes about 9/11 as it's
He's
happening.
lost.
I'm gonna start crying.
It's in such poor taste.
Don't start crying yet. There's time for that later.
No.
Is more tragedy to strike? I'm sorry, real quick. If I was like dead, or you thought I was dead, and it turned out I wasn't dead, and you needed to tell everybody, don't throw a surprise party about it. Maybe just send a text.
Like, guys, he's
So
good.
now, Eclipse ran up to me, but stopped to see the creepy child staring at him.
Oh,
It freaked him out, and me too.
Oh.
Silver Pop.
Oh, no.
He's upstairs. Okay. Silver, he's nervous about how many people might be at the party, and his stomach is hurting, but he doesn't want to be throwing up all night, so he's holding it back with his sheer willpower.
It's gonna make you
Yeah.
feel worse. Just get it all out in one go.
Couldn't do that before.
Just
It's a good skill.
But then he decides to throw up, just a little bit, because his stomach is really hurting.
Just a smidge. Just a smidge.
just a little what?
But I walk weakly to the bathroom, pushing my head into the toilet, so I wouldn't...
Let me just
He's giving himself
yeah,
a
I was
swirly.
gonna say that.
So I wouldn't get any bile on the dress. A door opened while I was in the other room. It was Eclipse. He came in because he said that there was a boy who looked scary. What did he look like? It wasn't a hard question for him to answer, and pointed one finger at me. Well, that took the cake. I wanted to see this child even more.
What does that mean?
Well, that took the cake.
This sentence makes no
Hey,
goddamn
Karina.
sense.
Karina,
What?
I want to see that child.
One finger. One.
Lizzie.
But-
Lizzie.
Yeah.
Lizzie. How would you feel if I told you, like, oh man, I want to see that kid? And you were like, well, let me describe him a little bit. And I'm like, no, I really want to see that kid.
Can I pet that dog? Can I pet
I
that
don't
dog?
know.
Can I pet your kid?
Can I pet your titties? My what? Your titties. What are you talking about? Those cats. Oh, my kitties. Yeah, go ahead. Thanks.
But I forgot I couldn't leave the room without Shadow's quid.
Quid.
What?
I have no idea what that's supposed
Quid.
to be. Q?
Squid.
Are you a kid
Quip.
or a squid?
I
I wish squids were real.
don't know. I don't know. I'm trying my hardest.
What would I guess? I'm trying to think. Maybe it
Is
doesn't.
it Q?
Oh my god, is it cute?
Squid?
Oh, maybe it's Q.
How would it be Q? What does that mean?
I don't know.
No, not the spelling.
Shadow's Q. Like he's gonna Q
Yeah,
Silver.
I'm just trying to think of what.
I forgot
Silver
I couldn't leave the
mean.
room. I forgot I couldn't leave the room. Key? How could it be a key? No. What?
I'm.
What?
Alright. It make me irritated to stay up here. Just then the voice level decreased as I hear footsteps and the voice of Shadow coming close to our master bedroom. Here goes nothing. My heart is racing like a horse in the racetrack. Hands all sweaty. Worried that
weak.
Eclipse would slip off my dripping hand.
Ew.
Oh no.
Wipe
Disgusting.
your hands on your dress. That's gross.
Has anyone ever Has anyone's palms ever sweated so much that it's dripping with sweat?
No, but my hands
No.
have been sweaty enough for a 4-year-old to tell me that my hands are sweaty.
But
Oh my goodness.
have you ever been holding a child and your hands are so sweaty they might slip out?
Oh, whoops.
Like that dude in the first X-Men movie pushing his head through the bars.
Whoop. Oh, sorry, you
Yes.
fell down because my hands are so wet.
Sorry, you're mutant now.
Oh my
You
god.
can't leave this... You know why that guy had to slip through the bars? Because he couldn't leave without Shadow's quid.
You know what? The reason why these videos go on for so long is because we can't leave without Shadow's quid.
Shadows quit.
I swear, please, if anyone in the comments has an idea what that means,
Yes.
and I will be sitting on this
Tell us.
for a while. I'll send this to the SDC boys and see if they know.
Quid.
Jesus.
No idea. The ebony hedgehog opened the door for me, whispering in my ear, saying, "Whatever happens, happens for a good reason."
No,
That doesn't
okay.
make sense in this context.
Shadow Paw.
That's not true.
It's time for Shadow to make the announcement
Oh boy.
in his point of view. He starts by telling everyone that he threw this party because he found someone.
Okay.
And everyone's like, "Ooh, he found a love interest? Who could it be?" "Please welcome my lovely partner, Silver." The whole room was full of gasps when they Silver walking to my side, having Eclipse in his arms. "I know I have told everyone that he died, but let him explain. And you, if you really don't care, then please leave." No one made a move. Just had all their eyes glued to Silver, guessing no one cared what I said because they were clapping their hands.
Okay.
Incredible.
And then
I've
everyone
never-
clapped.
If you say they clapped their hands, it implies that sometimes they don't clap their hands. They clap something else.
Their cheeks.
Yeah, like what
Yeah.
are you talking about? Are they booty
That's-
clapping 90%
Yeah.
of the time?
I don't.
So everyone's cool with Silver being alive. No one has any questions about that. But they
Yeah,
are
they
wondering why
seem-
he's wearing a
Let me
dress.
quote real quick. They seem to accept that I was once again with Silver. That's the first thing they say after the reveal that Silver's alive. Not one person has a question about how Silver's alive. They're all just like... And Shadow doesn't even expect them to, really. Because they
Yeah,
all...
they're just like,
He's
cool.
he's commenting on, like... Well, they seem to accept that I'm with Silver. Like, are you insane? That's the least controversial part of
I
this.
think I have to lay down.
It's still pretty controversial.
All of
if
this
they know what he
sucks.
did to Silver.
I mean, I guess I just don't get, like, it's fine if you're like, okay, thought you were dead, but you're not, you're really alive. Shadow, why did you tell us he was dead? We grieved.
No, not one question. Nobody gives a crap. Okay?
Not a single,
Because they're more concerned about why he's wearing
not a
dress.
single
Also,
critical thought. in
I'm
this room.
sorry. I'm sorry. You're like really skimming here. This paragraph is incredible. Let me
I
just,
know, it was really hard. This chapter and the next chapter, it was really hard to, like, pick what I wanted to just read and what I wanted to...
I would like to read this
Skim
paragraph.
over?
I would like to read the first part of this paragraph.
Go ahead. I'm going to read the next paragraph.
Okay. I'm not going to read the
So-
entire paragraph here because you did get to question why he's wearing a dress, so I'll stop before then. They seem to accept that I was once again with... Oh, wait, this is Shadow speaking. They seem to accept that I was once again with Silver. I took one hand to Silver walking down to join the party also. I guess I wasn't there. Once I got downstairs, a pink hedgehog and white bat glop the silver hedgehog with their weight. I've never seen white bat glop as a series of words, and I hate it.
White bat clop.
Rouge was hugging him so tight she forgot Eclipse was under breasts, squeezing the air put of him.
Can you read that?
Hey.
Can you reread that sentence but do it in Ark's voice?
Rouge was hugging him so tight she forgot Eclipse was under breasts, squeezing the air put of him.
Makes so much more sense when you read it like that.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm reading SDC stuff in my head, I like read the sentence back in Ark's voice, and it actually helps it make sense.
Maybe Shadow's coit will make sense.
Oh yeah, let me try that actually. Yeah, but I forgot I couldn't leave the room without No, that didn't help.
No,
Didn't help at all.
I love how Yoimune has left such an impact on this community.
Yeah, it's a deep and lasting scar on my psyche.
Yeah.
It leaves me broken.
It's just, if something doesn't make sense, look it over again. Read it in Ark's voice. Oh, boy.
Alright, so it only takes Shadow and Silver 20 minutes to explain everything.
Oh, good.
Okay.
It
would have
and
taken
they
the
only
kind of friends. It would have taken
12
kind of
hours.
friends at least 12 hours. Yeah.
At least. The only problem they seem to have is that Shadow told Sonic first before he told Rouge. She's like,
Rouge,
that Silver was alive.
Rouge, you're not the main character.
To be fair, Rouge is a much better friend to Shadow than Sonic ever was.
Yeah.
I mean, Sonic found out because he walked in on them, not because Shadow told
that's
him.
true.
So then Silver is bonding with Rouge and Amy.
Rouge hasn't
They're
loved anyone, has she?
No, she's married. I mean, that doesn't
Right, but I
stop
mean, she
anything,
hasn't
I guess.
molested anyone, has she?
No.
Okay, so she doesn't get to go to hell.
Okay.
I also like how Silver is now interacting with Amy and Rouge, because Silver is now femme presenting, and now he can relate to them.
Well, let's read that. They were asking him questions. How does it feel to be half a female? Or if he likes being both.
Okay.
They were asking so many questions, it was hard for him to answer half of them. Girls, why don't you give him some space? You're stressing him out with your dumb question.
Yeah, you stupid idiots.
Yeah, you dumb broad.
Dumb broads. Back up.
The men are talking.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Amy pointed a finger at me, saying she haven't talked to Silver over 4 years, so I should shut my mouth.
That is fair. Let's be real. Say, hey, back up. Hey, you know what? You back up. I'm trying to catch up with my friend.
Yeah, dumb.
Oh my gosh, this gets wild in this paragraph. After all these years, Amy could always make me shut up, just like Silver.
What?
I did remember having a thing for her in high school.
What?
Too bad she didn't like me. I would have a family with her,
What?
but then I remember how her temper is very annoying.
my
Also, she doesn't
God.
like you. I'm sorry. That's not the key reason you're not having a family with her.
No, it is.
Gross.
You don't like me, but if it weren't for you having your own family, you could have had
Also-
one me.
Have I mentioned that I hate
Hold
it
on.
here?
Shadow is like 5 years older than Amy, so when
Oh
he
my
was in high
God.
school,
I've had a crush on her since the day she was born.
I mean, you remember, like, we were talking about how cool Woos was, and how, like, we were like, Woos is like a cool 8th grader and we're all high schoolers. Yeah, maybe that's the same thing. He's like,
Oh my God.
I'm 18 and she's a hot middle schooler.
she's so mature for her age.
Disgusting.
8th grade, she'll be in high school next year, man.
God.
It'll be cool. It's fine.
I've had a crush on her since the day she was born.
She
Guys,
also
guys, wait.
okay.
God, women. I also remember why I end up liking man.
Hey, Lil Z. Lil Z,
Yes.
you like gay stuff, right?
Hey.
Yeah. Is this how gays make happen?
Grr, no.
Is that how gay happen?
Grr, no.
You know what? Maybe this is. Maybe this is how gay happened.
Yeah, this is how gay make happen.
Because Bruno Mars does gay?
Yeah, because God, women.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we almost get an interaction with someone that we haven't had any interaction with in the story yet, but then it just doesn't happen. I saw Espio drinking some beer by himself. I walk over to have some chat about work. Then I felt a tap on my leg.
No, come on.
Sorry, I keep on adding words that aren't there. Then I felt a tap on leg. Eclipse was on my foot, but he wanted to ask me something. All right, so this goes to Eclipse Pov, and it
Oh yes, it's a script
goes
fic.
into a flashback that, briefly turns into a script fic. So this has 5 characters talking: Eclipse, Lance, Nolly, Venice, and Cherry. So at the beginning of Eclipse Pov, it says, "I can't take it no more. That new kid is so weird, and what he did to me." Flashback, or a few seconds ago.
You can't.
A few seconds ago.
Why are you even bothering? Don't
Like, just-
flash back to a few seconds ago. Just start a few seconds ago.
No. It's 4:05 in the present. It's gonna be
403.
404:55.
Yeah.
All right, okay, here we go. I'm a little baby. Eclipse, do you want to play hide and go seek?
Sure. I'll.
That's not my name. It's Nolly.
Why did you guess Isle? E-I-L-E? No one's ever been named that. You would have had a better shot with John.
Oops.
I mean, it's not a good strategy to throw out a random name just in case it's their name. Not a good strategy, but
You just see if it sticks.
no, what?
Like throwing spaghetti at the wall.
Yeah.
That's not my name. It's Nolly.
Oops, my bad. Okay, you count first.
I'm always the best in hiding because I'm
Big
a small
Lee.
child. This is. Oh, you want me to do Big Lee? I can go all the way to Big Lee.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
Oh, no.
Or do you want me to do Gilbert Gottfried? I can do that too.
do both for these characters.
Okay, I'll do Gilbert Gottfried for the second
Okay.
one. I'm always the best in hiding because my mom is a double agent.
My dad also told me she worked at a bar too.
Shut up, Eclipse.
Oh.
Guys, clam down before we can play. What about that kid over there? She was pointed at the silvery child who was sitting next to Scourge on the sofa.
No way, he's too freaky. Besides, he can't stop staring at me. You are 4.
Yep.
Oh, looks like a boy likes you.
Not true. I don't like boys or girls.
We love an asexual
Wow,
king.
ace. Yeah, some
I
ace
love that.
representation.
Yay. Amazing. Well, I'm going to count, so you guys better get... What? Better get Hey, kids, why don't you let my kid play, too?
Wait, what?
So that's supposed to be Scourge
Oh.
interrupting.
Oh my god.
Molly.
Christ.
So even when you're not using quotation marks, you don't know how to
Oh
interrupt?
my god.
Scourge somehow overheard them talking about their game. He wanted his new kid to become friends with the
My new
others
kid.
also. Venice was standing next to his stepfather, having both hands behind his back. If he adopted him, he's not his
That's
stepfather.
his adopted...
Oh, okay.
I hate it here. I hate it here. You
Looking-
might as well have just
looking
put
straight
dad
at
in
Eclipse.
quotations. Make this an Alvin the Chipmunk story. His father, wink.
Yeah. Wink.
He was so focused on Eclipse, he received a smack on the back of the head by his
my
father.
gosh.
He's been trying to tell him if he wanted to play it with them. Venice answered back with a nodded and walked over to Eclipse. Scourge patted his head and walked back to the adults.
Look, if you're gonna play with us, you gotta stop staring at me, buddy.
You know how 4-year-olds talk.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here he comes.
This is my Gilbert Gottfried. I don't know if this is gonna...
3-year-old.
Yeah, Gilbert Gottfried. No, I'm just doing Gilbert. I'm not gonna... even
No, I know, but Venice is a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I want to remind everybody.
Ellipsis! Why?
What? There is no why. Just stop it already.
Hey, so he's not really doing anything bad. Come on, Nail. Come on, Nail is trying to wait, and so I'm.
Okay, I guess I'm One Direction. I don't know. Thank you, Lance. Thank you, Lance. Okay, so when I count up to 10, I'm gonna find you guys.
Good luck. I know my house if we're the back of my head.
Okay, that's when people use that expression.
I don't know if that was on purpose.
I have
'cause he's a
I have no
kid.
idea if it's like a kid being cute or this author being stupid.
Nolly rushed over to the wall, placing her face on the wall and covering her eyes. Everyone started to find places to hide. Eclipse knew a good hiding spot. Once he got close to the closet in the 3rd floor, he ran in and shut the door.
Get in there, you baby gay.
Get it? The baby's in the closet.
Because he's a gay.
No one puts baby in the closet. Haha, she never find me here. Best hiding place ever.
No.
You call this a hiding spot? Wow! How lame are you taking someone else's spot?
What the? Get out, you weirdo. I was here first. Wait, this is my house. Get out. I just said get out. Like...
You such a meanie, but you look cute when you're
These are
mad.
cute.
Mad. Bush. Just please leave me alone. Is that...
Oh,
So
please no.
this
Oh,
is definitely
no!
gonna have to get cut out of the video.
No
Yeah.
way! Come on!
No.
Hi, editor's note here. This next part was so legitimately triggering that I'm cutting the entire paragraph. Our reactions afterwards should give you a sense of how mad Karina and I got. I'm cutting that stuff down too, and censoring us a bit, but even so, consider this a trigger warning. On screen, there's a timestamp to skip past our discussion of this topic, and I'll leave it on screen during the entire conversation. If you feel uncomfortable at any point, please feel free to skip ahead. We have more fun afterwards. Also, thanks for watching. Back to the video.
Hey, Zax, I'm really gonna need you to cut this bit from the video.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey, author, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
You know what's really not cool or fun to write about? Fucking child-on-child assault. That just is real. That just is painful. What the fuck were you thinking?
That was disgusting.
We'll find out in their author's note what they were
my
thinking.
god.
Jesus
I'm so,
Christ.
I'm actually angry.
That was the most upsetting thing they could have, easily, far and away, more upsetting than everything before it.
So,
Yes.
quick note to you guys listening. We
I
just
genuinely feel sick.
We just read some pretty gnarly, awful things that we're gonna spare you from. Thanks, Rogue.
Hold on, real quick. Let me just give them a little bit of context. I'll try. If you want, I can take another pass at this. I'm not gonna do a goof. I'm just gonna genuinely try to give the listeners some context. Venice says, "You such a meanie, but you look cute when you're mad." Eclipse says, "Cute, mad, blush. Just please leave me alone." Is that huh? And then is interrupted by Venice kissing Eclipse, and it's described both using the word creeper to describe Venice and also describing Eclipse as a victim twice. And then Venice does some other things, not like sex, but definitely in that
much detail.
Way too much detail. It's very gross. It's easily the worst thing in the story, and I feel genuinely very sick.
This is... Again, I don't know how much of this is
everything before was stupid and goofy, and there were things in it that were really objectionable, but at the very end of it, I could still just be like, well, at least they're adults.
This is
or at least nearly adults. But these
of.
are 4 and 3-year-olds. This is I can't even joke about, even slightly. I can't even joke around this topic.
Yeah, it was very, very gross.
I don't even have words right now. I'm taking, can we
I can't even do my Gilbert Gottfried for I don't even feel,
can we
for
take,
Venice.
a 5-minute pause?
That was so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
I'd
my
love to see
God.
how they justify this.
Okay. I mean, I might as well read it. And no, I'm not into cub furry thing. I just thought it'd be cute.
No!
Just don't think anything nasty about it. Few kisses and it going to hurt someone, I think.
I get tough.
Yeah.
That made it worse.
So yeah, that made it so much
Yeah.
worse. Lilzy, I would like you to censor what Karina said, but don't cut it.
Yeah.
Because honestly, that's my response to get up.
Like, any, like...
That was disgusting.
Like, every, somewhat positive thing I have said up to this point about this author, like, hey, you know what, like, don't stop writing, like, edit your work, all that. I'm being dead serious. I take that all back. All of that. I'm like, no, you should be
Stop writing if this is what you're gonna write.
I do want to disclose, this is the only story that does... I've read all of this author's stories. This is the only story that
you
does
should
not
be
the child.
utterly ashamed of yourself for thinking that this was something okay to put in a story, to think that this was something cute to put in a story, and then to joke about it afterwards. Like, it makes me really upset when there's things like this, and it's like, oh, it's so cute. It's not cute. This is so disgusting. I'm shaking. I'm so angry.
I think the thing that's really, I think, so fundamentally fucked about it is they say, few kisses ain't gonna hurt someone, I think. And the implication is that they recognize there is, on some level, something wrong with it, and that it's like, they're like, don't think anything nasty about it. Like, if you recognize that someone might think something nasty about it, don't put it in your story.
Oh my fucking god. This story sucks. It's more than it just sucks. This story's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, that crosses a line from just being grammatically and writing bad into morally bad.
Yeah,
You're putting words to the page that are genuinely make the world a worse place. And like, I think the thing that upsets me the most is that I guarantee there are going to be people in the comments or in the reviews who are like, that was really cute, and that's
so cute. Yeah,
like that's
like
the part that's it perpetuates this utterly disgusting, like, wow.
Like, oh, it's between kids, so it's not that bad. Guess what? It's just as bad. It's just as bad.
Yeah, especially in this case, because Silver was like, I don't like anybody. Yeah. And also, you're scary.
Eclipse, yeah.
Eclipse,
and also,
right,
Venice, it's in the scene, in the way it's described in the story, it's not even like Venice accidentally does something. Like, no, Venice does this with full intention, knowing full well, maliciously, and also goes way beyond what like a 3-year-old should know about.
Yeah.
It's not cute at all. Like two small kids who don't know like what a kiss means, and they kiss, like, that could be cute in principle. Like, just the idea of, like, small, like, that could be maybe cute.
I mean,
but, like, this is not how it becomes cute. This is how you take it from cute to some other horrible place.
This is so twisted. Like, there's no other way to describe it. This is just twisted and gross.
They made a child
And what makes me extra angry is that there's more story after this. And this is happening in the second to last chapter, and
just throw this out there.
But this is the last time we see
great.
them.
So it's not going to get resolved in any way, shape, or form.
So hold up. Scourge is not a great guy in the story, right?
Right.
Because he said somebody, right?
He straight up told, he's Sonic's twin brother, and he was like, call me if you want a good time.
Oh, disgusting.
Yeah. So, like, Scourge ain't a great dude. He's dating some lady. He gets a lot. Now I'm really, really concerned for how he interacted with her kid. She leaves, and then he gets lonely, somehow manages to acquire another child.
Yes.
And then this child who, to this point, was quiet and shy, and I was like, okay, it's just going to be a quiet, shy, kind of cliche thing. Just awful.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was leading up to Eclipse getting a little crush.
Yeah, that would have been cute. That would have been cute. I mean, it wouldn't have been good because the story's not good, but it would have been on paper cute.
Yeah.
You know, the premise is sort of cute. This was not cute.
That was a big...
So, you can go ahead and read this next line. Crane is concerned that this doesn't get resolved. It doesn't get resolved in a...
Satisfactory
any
way?
that's helpful. A satisfactory way. Any way that's helpful to maybe, like, bringing attention to, like, yeah, this is harmful. Obviously, we know that because of the author's note. But it does get something.
Okay. Well, Venice says, hope you like... It's at least something to remember me, and by the way, I'm going to be gone for at least a couple of years. I come back here when we're grown-ups. Later, babe.
These are
disgusting.
I almost swore in like the part that we're keeping in. These are children.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't come back, passing Nolly, who was with Cherry. She looked at him with a question mark on her head, then saw the closet door open. Eclipse crawl out of his hiding spot. He didn't know what to say or do, but hear Nolly and Cherry yelling out, "Find you!"
Yeah.
Now
they're just playing a game.
It's just a fun game.
And you ruined it.
Now is left for Lance, but I try to look everywhere without getting lost.
That's going to be hard. The last time me and Eclipse play with him, it took 3 hours to find him.
Wow, that's not cool. I wonder if Eclipse knows.
Sorry,
They walk over-
real quick, let me get back on a lighter note. Lance is so good at hide and seek.
Because he can fly, I think?
And he can probably dig, too. Because both Knuckles and Rouge...
Rouge.
Sorry, I'm getting loopy. For some reason, I wanted to call her Rogue.
Oh,
I know.
But
Romantic
Knuckles
Rouge.
and Rouge can both fly, and they can both dig. So maybe he's just hiding underground.
You know how, like, people went into the files of PT and they found out that, like, there's that, like, oh, look behind you thing, but they found out that Lisa's actually just behind you the whole time?
Yeah.
It's like, that's what Lance is doing, but just, like, flying.
Actually, let me tell a much more light story. When I was a little kid, I was playing hide and seek, and I thought I came up with the best spot ever. Alright? So, the person's standing in the middle of the field, and they cover their eyes, and they count down, and everybody runs away. And I thought, okay, so they're gonna be expecting me to hide, like, under the gazebo, or, like, in the playground, or behind this place, or near the shed, or, whatever. So I'm gonna hide close to them, close to where they start, and then they won't find me. And what is closer than right behind them? And I can't just stand behind them, because they'll just turn around and see me. So I laid down behind them, on the ground, face down. And they never found me.
Nice.
You won.
They ran away immediately. They ran away, and I was face down, and I was the last one because nobody thought I was hiding. Everybody thought I was sick or something. And everyone decided to finish the game first.
And then check on you.
And then they were like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm hiding.
Yeah, I won.
And they were like, I won. And they were like, no, you didn't. You weren't playing. And I was like, yes, I was. What? What do you mean I wasn't playing? I'll say this. Not a great hiding spot. All they have to do is...
Sounds like a pretty good hiding spot. Hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, hiding so well, they don't even know I'm in the game.
This gets a little yucky again.
Oh, what?
Just
Why does
warning.
it keep getting gross?
They walk over him to ask. Nellie placed a hand on his shoulder, then notice a purple burst, like, on his...
Oh, a bruise.
Right ear.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bruise. Gross.
and a trail of saliva on his mouth. Thoughts were going through her mind. What happened to him? Was Venice in the closet too? Why would you think that? Her thoughts were all getting bubble up. She began to tap her foot. Okay, hey Eclipse, what's wrong with you? You look all bum out for something.
Not just... let's go downstairs to eat something, huh?
Okay.
Then we can look for that Nucky bat head.
That sounds racist.
Yeah.
I don't like how this author recognizes that it negatively affected Eclipse, but also thought this was cute.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know what...
horrifying.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they did that with Silver, too.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, sorry. Let me just... I guess I didn't think anyone needed to say this, but the pain of others isn't cute. Apparently that needs to be said. Other people's pain isn't cute. It's painful.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter who caused the pain or why, how relevant it is, or how reasonable the pain is. It's not cute. It's never cute.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is so
I don't know
gross.
how.
It's
I don't really-
like sometimes you see like little kids and they'll run straight into a table and just like slam into it and fall down, and like, I don't think that's cute.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like I think it might be kind of funny, a little bit.
As long as you know they're okay.
As long as you know they're okay, it can be kind of funny. It's definitely not cute.
Like, it's
Because you want to check that the kid is okay.
like, it's the same thing that the author did like several chapters ago when Eclipse is trying to go to the bathroom and Silver looks over and is like, "Aw, that's cute." Like, stop doing
Yes.
this.
Okay, no, but I disagree with that, and I brought that up in that video too, because like I said, you feel differently about your children, and so that, I don't know, that just wasn't that weird.
Like,
to me, 'cause,
I agree with you. I agree
mundane
with you in the
things you can
sense that
find
it's like,
cute.
oh, it's my kid.
That
like,
is
that's
certainly
cute.
a lot more mundane, because like going to the bathroom isn't painful.
But now I can't think
Or
that the
shouldn't be.
author like is taking it in that context.
That's true.
Because of this, I can't
author
separate
doesn't
that now.
understand. This author, another author maybe could, we could trust them to not be weird about it. But this author, I don't trust to not be weird about it.
That's fair. Sure, Eclipse. Hey, Nolly, let's go get some cookies and snacks. Eclipse was the first person to run downstairs. He saw his father talking to SBO, something about work. He ran up to his father's leg to ask him something important. End flashback. That was not the end of the flashback. That's just continuing on with the story.
Oh my god.
You,
I need to ask my daddy for help because I feel so lost what just happened.
fair.
My dad was talking to SBO. That guy looks so cool, like if he were a
He
ninja.
is a ninja. He literally throws shuriken.
Hold on 1 second.
A few moments later.
So after Eclipse goes downstairs to talk to Shadow, and I'll just read going forward here. Yeah. So after that, he says, "Daddy, I need to ask you something. Daddy said I should ask him later, like after the party. I only pull my hands back down, then walk over to the kitchen where everyone was munching on food. Nolly came up to me, handing me a chocolate chip cookie, and then asked me if I wanted to hang out with her sometime, which is nice. This is fun. This is nice, right?
Yeah.
For the kid being nice. That's nice. Thanks for the cookie, Nolly. I keep forgetting that her name is actually Nolly and not Nala. I keep wanting to call her Nala.
I get that.
I could hang out with you maybe this Friday. I'll pencil you in. As a 4-year-old, I know my schedule very well.
I don't know how old Nolly is, because I think Cherry is older than Eclipse, but Nolly, I think Cherry is like 6, so...
Huh.
But anyway.
Okay. She smiled at me. Her checks were red.
Her checks.
And that is how the author thinks cheeks is spelled.
My
because
checks
every
are
single time.
Scooby-Doo themed.
My checks are clowns.
Ruh-roh, I owe the power company money.
The IRA can't get me if I leave the country.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm good to
Okay.
keep going.
Okay.
So we're back in Silverpaw.
Great.
My God, these women
God.
can talk. I felt like I didn't have any air
does
to
it
breathe
get
for
worse?
a second.
Oh. No, you know what? This is that's a breath of fresh air for me. Just some good old-fashioned
Sexism and
misogyny.
misogyny.
I can totally, that feels like a weight off my shoulders.
God, these
To
people
just be,
can
I'm like,
talk.
finally, just regular
Back
levels
to
of,
reality.
like, just intolerance. I can stand
Yeah.
intolerance.
This gets very personal for Silver. Rouge asked me how do I have sex,
Okay.
or which hole I prefer since now I have
Stop
two.
No.
Then
asking
eight.
trans
No,
people
sorry.
what's in their pants. It's disrespectful and invasive. You wouldn't do that with a cis person. Please stop.
Also, Silver now has 5 holes.
5 holes.
Okay? So,
We established
look,
this
yeah,
before.
okay. Mouth, vagina, butt, pee hole,
P word.
and
Second pee
and
hole.
the coveted 5th hole.
Shadow Squid.
Oh no!
Shadow Squid.
Figured it out.
I couldn't leave without Shadow Squid.
Oh no.
And now you know the rest of the
Oh.
story.
Then Amy asked me why I don't wear any bras or at least panties.
How do they know?
I mean, the bra, maybe they could know.
Yeah, sure. The bra, maybe. But, like,
But,
is she
yeah.
looking? Why?
Maybe Silver showed that.
Yeah, just like with Dr. Eggman Nega. Hey, check this out. Hey, how do you have sex? Okay, I shouldn't have shown you. How was I supposed to know it would lead to all these questions?
I do
like,
it
I don't know.
Okay. And then the author knows that this is weird too, because questions they totally don't need to know.
That's
But I
realism.
felt a tingle feeling between my legs. I asked them kindly, saying I have to use the bathroom.
I was about to say that, you know, it is sort of realistic, but that they would ask these invasive questions.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't want to give the author even an ounce of
don't.
credit ever again.
Ever. I rush over to the bathroom, but was stopped by Shadow. He asked me I shouldn't leave yet.
This isn't a request. This is nothing.
Shadow, I have to use the bathroom first. Can it wait? The idiot didn't listen to me, but I guess the amount of times people get called idiots in this story. The idiot didn't listen to me, but I guess I have to listen to him.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how long I have to hold it. Shadow placed a hand on my shoulder. He had his arm around my back, pushing close to him.
He's going to the bathroom. He's not going to jail. He'll be back in a minute.
I have to pee. Let me go.
He then asked everyone's attention because he had something to tell me and wanted everyone to listen. I feel something dripping on my leg.
Oh, what?
Yep, it's become a wedding story now.
No.
But it hasn't. I promise. That's the only line we get.
What are you talking about? Yes, it does. Shadow POV. I wanted everyone to know and my lovely lover to know my surprise. Thank for coming tonight. My heart couldn't be happy. Hold on, let me do this in Shadow's voice. Thank for coming tonight. My heart couldn't be happier having Silver here by my side and all my good friends here. I first want everyone to know that Silver is pregnant with my second child, which is not a thing I should have announced.
With my second child.
Okay.
Not our second child.
I'm
Weird.
possessive.
So weird. And Silver, would you be with me forever? Would you marry me?
Brittany Ann Miller.
This does become a marriage
Brittany Ann
story.
Miller, I love
Oh no,
you.
I said
Brittany,
a
will you
wedding
marry
story.
me?
Not a wedding. Sorry, that's confusing. Wedding
Oh.
as in, like, wetting my pants. Story.
Oh! Well, no, it is also a wedding
Wetting.
story.
Yeah.
Something dripping on my leg.
I peed.
Yeah, but it's not like, they don't go into any more detail. But, like, can't this wait? He's trying to go to the bathroom. Like, Silver does not have
It is
any
not-
agency
It.
for himself.
It's genuinely-
He can't be like, oh no,
Yeah.
well, he did say I have to use the bathroom, but then Shadow just ignored him. Why can't he be like, I'm going to wet my pants?
There is no respect for anybody else's
This is
body
not
in
romantic.
this entire story. Except from
Yeah.
Eggman Nega, who is the real MVP.
Both.
Yeah.
I think it's so scary to me, the idea that, like, Silver's bodily autonomy is not respected in any way, and Silver's child's bodily autonomy is not respected in any way.
Yeah.
And it's like, the fact that it's somehow genetic, maybe, that people don't care about them, like, I don't know how that happened, but it's pretty effed.
I think
Let me say real quick before we finish this story off, I was looking at the reviews for chapter 18, and one person said, wow, Venice really is a creeper, and I saw the picture on DA of them when they're older, please continue it, which is, screw you. And then somebody else said, Eclipse and Venice's kiss, O_O, which is, I guess, the reaction of, like, but, like, they don't say anything. And then they add, but you left me with a cliffhanger, continue, please.
Both of you
I
reviewers.
hope you mean the cliffhanger of will you marry me is the cliffhanger and not...
Yeah. I mean, definitely the cliffhanger, and, like, I saw, people think that last scene was cute, only because the last scene is, he's like, will you marry me? But, like, go to hell.
It was just so unnecessary. I can't, like...
Be dead.
Especially since this is the last that we see of it. It's just, that's so... Oof. That's awful.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyways,
so
last chapter.
we're on the last chapter.
Last
chapter 19.
chapter.
Tasty Hedgehog. Chapter
Sorry!
16.
What's the title?
Tasty
Are
Hedgehog.
you kidding?
Chapter 16.
Oh my god.
Big dinosaur comes and eats everybody.
That's the only.
This is their warning.
Oh no.
This is their warning at the beginning of the chapter. Warning, lemon chapter, maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? You wrote this.
I know!
You know.
Alexa, how expensive is hedgehog meat?
For hedgehog meat, the closest I could find on Amazon is Have a Great Day, my food tracker and planner, healthy meal planner, recipe notes, food log.
Is it healthy?
Here, maybe this will answer your question. I had to go to the pet store a while ago to pick up some stuff for my cats, and they had small rodents, and I was like, oh yes, let's go look. So there were like baby bunnies and guinea pigs and all that. But then there was one hedgehog for $200.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
That's more than a chinchilla.
Yeah. Are they?
Now I want a baby
He was,
hedgehog.
he was so cute.
My friends have a pet hedgehog. He is very, very cute.
Oh, I
A
love.
little
I
chug?
love hedgehogs, and Sonic is ruining it.
I held him in my hand for a little bit. It felt very weird.
You guys want to know something that's not cute about chugs?
Oh,
They're cannibals.
no. Oh god.
What?
That's
Yeah.
sad.
Well, that's why there was only one hedgehog in the container.
Yeah, that's why.
Because
Well,
he ate his friend.
I guess, is that sad if it's nature?
It's
Yeah.
still saying
Yeah,
it.
It's still
it
saying.
happens.
It's not great.
When I was... This is nature. When I was 6, we had hamsters. We didn't know. We thought they were both girls, but they weren't.
Oh, no.
And they had those babies, and we didn't know what to do. And then we came back, and the babies were gone. And so my mom called the pet store and was like, "Why are the babies gone? Where did they go?" And they were like, "Oh, yeah, you have to separate them because they'll eat them."
Why? What?
Why did they eat? How
We didn't have hamsters after that because my dad released them into the woods behind our
Oh
house.
my god. Get out of here, you animals, and don't come back. Can't
So
you
that's
see I
nature.
don't
That's
want
still
you?
very sad.
Oh.
Hey, so I
Yeah,
was thinking...
I guess, I mean, this doesn't make it better, but when I heard cannibal, I guess I was just thinking, like, arrival. I didn't think they're young.
No.
Continue the line, you weirdos!
Imagine if people did that. Isn't that a Nick Cage movie?
I don't know.
I think it is.
That was awful.
Let me go to the exotic meat market. You can buy, from the exotic meat market, you can buy lion meat.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I mean, granted, it's $50,000 per pound, but, like, let me see if they got hedgehog.
I mean, that can't. How is that
I
legal?
don't think it is.
I don't know if it's legal.
You're looking at some black market
but-
meat for sale.
But I was looking, I found
Dark
there's
web.
this blog here, 9 types of meat you may have never tried. And they give like a tiny little bit about each
May have
thing.
never tried.
And they mention hedgehog. And they say a traditional gypsy cooking method is to encase the hedgehog in
offensive.
clay.
Ramani.
I agree. Is to encase the hedgehog in clay and roast it, after which breaking off the baked clay would take the spines with it.
Oh.
And that sounds kind of interesting. I don't know how you'd get lemon in there, but...
I'm just thinking about, like, hamsters.
Get it? Because this chapter is
Oh, yeah.
potentially
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Just last thing before we...
That's why it's maybe. They're like, we couldn't figure out how to get it in the
We
play.
thought maybe we, like, put it on after. We don't know. But, like, last thing before we read this god-awful ending. I had a hamster with my sisters. Her name was Snoopy, and she was very sweet.
Aw.
That's nice.
I'm also on Google. One of the things that came up was a PDF of an article, which I'm not going to even open, but it says the title is "Serious Warning About Eating Hedgehog Meat for Treatment of Asthma."
you know,
Excuse
you know
me?
when you season your hedgehog with asbestos.
Eating hedgehog's meat is not only ineffective, but it can be harmful in some cases of severe asthma, since hedgehog proteins can cause allergic reactions in atopic, and then the preview cuts off.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
I really gotta get me
Anyway.
some hedgehog meat.
No.
We start
But I
off
have
in-
asthma!
start off in Shadow Pop. He just proposed Silver has to pee. Silver doesn't answer and is just standing there with his eyes closed, trying not to wet himself, I guess. And Shadow thinks that maybe he's trying to decide how to say yes, or maybe he's going to jump into his arms. But no, instead he looks at me, then ran to the bathroom door like he has run away from our love. Shadow gets really sad about it, and Rouge tells him that maybe he's just moving too fast. And Shadow's like, oh man, maybe I was moving too fast. Maybe he got cold feet. Which, like, yeah, maybe. It hasn't even been a year since he's been back in your life, and he got all his memories back. So he goes to the bathroom door, and he's surprised that he was rejected because he's never been turned down before.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's because you force yourself on
maybe
people.
it's because you're an entire racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, one whole that.
Predator.
Mm-hmm.
So when Silver comes out of the bathroom, Shadow starts apologizing for moving too fast, and Silver's like, what? I just needed to pee. And to answer your question, yes. And it's all very romantic.
Now that I have pee-pee on my hands, yes, I will marry you.
So it was kind of said in the way a yes to my propose.
What? Bob, arc voice.
Can you say
arc
that again?
Voice, please.
So it was kind of a of.
You know it's a bad sentence
it's
when the
stuck
arc
in
voice
arc.
doesn't even work.
I'm sorry if it seems I was going too fast. I can wait as long. I had to pee, Shadow, but your question you asked me. Yes, with all my heart, I want to be with you forever. So it was kind of said in the way a yes to my propose.
I had to
Didn't
pee,
help.
bear ticks.
Yeah, pretty much.
I quickly snatch him up from the floor, bring him close to my face. Everyone began to clap
And
again.
everyone clapped.
Yay, he peed and
Yay!
then he said yes.
You
Yay.
peed it. Good job.
Man, what a cliffhanger, huh? Will you get to go pee?
Why
Yes.
are we clapping like it's like a baby who just learned how to like use a toilet? We're like, you did it. Good job.
I mean,
I promise
baby
to
just
be
learned
there
how to
for
use a
you.
computer.
I promise to be there for you when you need someone. I was finally happy.
Can you
now.
not be there
Even-
for me when I need no one?
Even better.
Because, like,
got
I
another
needed to go to the
child-
bathroom a minute ago.
Even better, I got another child in the way.
Stop! Why
In
are
the
you...
way.
Come on, stop making it seem like that's the real goal. If it's not your real goal. If it is your real goal, I guess be honest.
He has a very medieval point of view about marriage, I guess.
I actually
That's
saw
the
an article in the news about how platonic co-parenting is on the rise.
Ooh, I like that.
And if that was the situation that was going on, I'd be okay with it. But that's not.
No.
Instead, Silver is having every part of his, both his mental and his physical everything manipulated by Shadow constantly.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. Also, PSA to all of those people out there planning to propose to your SO. Don't do it in front of other people unless you've already previously discussed getting married.
Yeah.
Also, when
Yeah, for sure.
Because that puts a lot of pressure on your SO. If you're in front of friends or strangers, don't do it in a public place. Don't do it at a party. Unless you've
Yeah.
already previously discussed.
Also, when your partner's like, hey babe, I'll be right back. I really have to pee. I'll be right back. Don't go, hold on, before you do that, and then get down on one knee.
I have an important
Read the
question
room.
for you.
Read the guy's
Yeah.
bathroom room.
Read your...
I mean, honestly,
SO.
if you think nothing else can wait, like if you think your proposal can't wait for anything else, at least go ahead and just be like, just before you ask them, you should be like, hey, you don't have to go pee, do you?
I want to
And
go.
they'll, if they go like, why are you asking me that? It's like, okay,
All right,
good.
good. Here we go.
I just wanted to make sure because everyone, I'm about to ask this big question and embarrass them.
But then if they're like, yeah, I'm like, I gotta go piss on the stick, man. I'll see you in a second.
Yeah, I gotta go hit the old pissin' stick.
That just makes me think of like a big pole behind somebody's house.
Yeah, you like grab onto the pole with one hand, and you look over to your left, and there's another pole, and somebody else is standing there pissing, and you're like, hey.
There's this baby sloth sanctuary somewhere in the world, and to train them to like go pee-pee, because sloths only use the bathroom once a week when they're babies. They're like, all right, we gotta put you on the pole and wait for you to do your business.
Yeah.
So, and
baby sloths are so
they
good.
get this like really like serene look in their face. They're like, pee-pee.
But, yeah, the old pissin' stick.
The pissin' pole.
You know. Yeah. I think me and my pissin' stick has to be my new favorite country album.
Take the cowgirl's picture.
It's just me
and my
pissin' stick.
What's your country singer name?
I don't. Let's say Lance Juggums.
Lance Juggums and the Cowgirls. Me and my pissin' stick.
Me and my pissin' stick.
Alright, so now we get Silver's Pav. In all my dreams, I would never believe at the age of 19 I was to get hitched.
Okay, that's not how that phrase works.
And then...
Silver was surprised to get a copy of the Will Smith movie, Hitch. Great movie.
And then we get this digression about how he had a thing for Blaze and always thought that he was going to marry her.
What?
So now, in chapter 19 of the story, remember we were like, what happened to Blaze? We never know. They mentioned her in Silver's Pain.
Yeah.
She seems to be dead, but we never get that whole... We don't even know if Silver is from the future in this story. Who knows?
Right.
Now is when we get that information.
Yeah, right at the end.
Yeah, ripe old chapter 19. Yeah. Always thought it was going to be Blaze I was going to be with. Too bad she had feelings for Mephiles. My heart was broken when I found her on top of him.
Oh, what?
How old were you when this was happening? Because you were only 15 in Silver's Pain. Anyway,
it was before that.
After that day, I always see Blaze as just a friend, nothing more. At times, she will choose to touch me.
Stop.
Man.
I never made a move to make her say I was interested in her, but just as a friend only.
Huh?
I still remember the day when she died. A dark night, I have to say. We were gonna watch a meteor shower and meet Mephiles, but when we arrived, we saw he was in his crystal stage.
Oh.
Okay.
So my only knowledge of Mephiles is from the fandom. What is his crystal stage in the context of that video?
There's no such thing as this crystal stage. Okay. It's just his appearance. He just has an appearance sometimes that's vaguely crystalline. Okay. So basically what's going on is
6.5 hours later.
And that spookier version is the crystal stage like this. It's just when he's feeling spooky.
Oh no.
Me and Blaze fought him, trying to control him down, but nothing worked.
Let me also reiterate that he's not out of control at that point. He's just killing things. Because he was always a villain. It was never like he was a good guy and then he got crystally.
He's angry.
I got tried to fight, plus my leg was bleeding massive.
Okay.
Why are we even having the fight described now? Who cares?
I know. Oh my gosh, I really like that as slaying. I want that to become slaying. Like, just adding massive to the end of a verb. My leg was bleeding massive.
I'm angry massive.
Mm-hmm.
Blaze used her soul emeralds to defeat it.
Wrong spelling of soul. It's the S-O-L. Soul like the sun.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh.
Not to this person.
Also, is Sonic Rush now canon?
Well, we'll see, because this goes an interesting place. Based on the lore that they're including in this.
Uh-huh.
To defeat it and control Mephiles, she gave him at least a soul. So
What?
At least
the
a soul.
the normal Mobian.
What?
At least a soul.
So it is soul, SOUL emeralds.
So these are just different.
Yeah. She wanted him to have a heart so he could change for good. But she was already banging him before this. So she exchanges her soul for Mephiles to have a heart. Soul is not the same thing as a heart. So this is basically just like the soul infinity stone, or like
Bad.
what?
Lucy, wake up!
Thanks.
She's gone.
I'm back.
Okay.
Okay. I ran up to her before she fell on the garble ground. I don't know what garble is.
Garble. It's what this story is. Garble.
Gravel.
Garble ground. Gravel?
Yeah.
That's
Gravel.
so wrong. Okay.
Gravel.
Well, V is close to B, and R is in the wrong spot in the
So we-
word.
Garble. I held her very tight, close to my chest, so I was able to hear her heart beating slowly. She placed her hand on puffed up cheek,
Good.
telling me wanted me to leave the city, that now the future was safe and our job was done. So they are in the future.
Great. That makes this story make less sense.
Yeah, it does. So do you remember when we were talking about getting married and now we're talking about Silver's backstory? Why? Is my question. So after Blaze died, Silver decided the only thing for him to do was to go back to the past and start a new life. So he had been in the past, went back to the future, Blaze died, he went back to the past.
That's insane. Why did you include any of this?
So he and Mephiles go back to the past. And he said, being 14, he'd always wanted to go to school. So he went to a nice high school where he met Sonic's friends and later Shadow, his future lover. But is that accurate?
Horrible.
No, he wouldn't have met. All of those people were older than him. I guess it's possible.
Not a single bit of this makes any sense. Why is it included at the end of this story, though?
Anyway, back to what's happening presently. Rouge and Cosmo ask what sex the baby is, and they just shrug because they figure that a surprise is always nice.
No.
So good for them,
No.
I guess.
No! Gender reveal parties are the worst!
They're stupid.
Okay, hold on. I saw you talking about this in server, and I wanted to be like, I kind of like gender reveal parties, but not when they're insane, like blowing something up to see what color the smoke is. I just want to cut into a cake and see what color it is.
I just want cake.
And I understand the inherent problematic, like, assigning gender.
Sure. Assign a gender reveal party. We'll just... Fine.
Yeah, I just, like, obviously pick your own gender when you
Sure.
are able
When you're
to do
capable
so.
of, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I love parties.
Yeah.
And I love being cute, and I'm very into getting creative.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole scene is really adorable to me.
I hate gender reveal parties because I hate pointless garbage.
Yeah, okay.
So
that's my thing. I love pointless garbage.
If you want to have a party, make it just a celebration of having fun. Like, you don't need to attach it to a pointless thing that has nothing to do with anything.
I think for me, when I eventually have a child, because I totally will.
Yeah.
Because I'm all about those babies.
Yeah, we love babies when they don't
Let's be
suck.
real, Rogue. You're not getting any younger.
Oh, that makes me sad. Don't remind me.
Oh, Lilsey woke up to feel bad and then went back to
Anyway, I think that when I have a gender reveal, it'll be like included with another. It's not going to be the focus of the party. It's just gonna
Okay,
be like,
that's fine.
Let's do this
yeah,
cute thing.
totally. Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah. But like, if that's the whole party, like, come on.
I think
Like, you gotta have more substance to this party. Even if it's just like, let's just have a good time. Like, you know, Karina mentioned in another server that we should have a PowerPoint party, right? And like, is that about anything? No. But like, I love the idea because it's more of a party. It's like an event that we're making.
Yeah.
You know,
Nobody's
that's
being
great. I
graded.
love that. But
There's
like,
no criteria.
it is so arbitrary to say like this is what the baby's genitals are.
Here's like,
I think it's very much I don't know. It seems like a white person thing to me.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, my favorite.
I've never heard of certainly never heard of an Indian person in my circles, in my community, ever doing it like that. I don't want to say that I've never heard of a person. I mean, I haven't heard of a person of color doing it, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't happen.
well, I saw. This is my favorite gender reveal party thing. It was a mom and her son, and they were like getting ready to like pop the balloon to see like, oh, what is it? And they popped the balloon and nothing came out, and they're all like, oh my god, what happened? And then the camera pans over, and it's like the grandma, and she's like, y'all are stressing me out, and she takes her wig off, and she had another wig underneath, and the wig was blue.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I love that video so much.
I love just like getting silly with it, being safe, like. Or I don't know. I like failed gender reveal parties when they're like, let's cut the cake and see what color it is, and it's just white because they
like,
put the color in it. Like
they're like, oh man,
idiots.
dum dums. It's up to our kid.
What if you got a red velvet cake and try to do like cut the cake to see what color it is, and you're like, this is red. Like,
wait,
you could do that for like a.
I don't.
What would you call it? Like first period
Yeah.
party?
Gross! Come on, what?
First moon time.
That's a thing some people
Moon
do.
time.
People do that?
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what this might imply, but like, so it's like they set it up like it's a gender reveal party, right? They like have the cake, it's all cute. They're like, oh my god, it's so cute. But then they like cut into the cake, and it's a chocolate lava cake.
Hey, Rogue. You better invite me and Zax to your gender reveal party, and when we're there,
Absolutely.
you're gonna be you're about to cut the cake, and we're just gonna boo you. She won't, but I will boo you.
I might cry if I'm pregnant.
Listen, I'll be like, yay, baby.
Boo!
I have
Boo!
really wild emotions when my hormones are
And you'll be like, hey, quit it. And I'll be like, I don't like the concept of a gender reveal party.
And then we'll be like, jokes on you.
I'm not against you or your family. I'm happy for you guys, but I'm against this concept. Boo!
See, but then we're gonna be like, ha, joke's on you. This isn't a gender reveal party. This is a sex reveal party. Because it's up to our kid.
Or even better, boy! It's a boy.
It's a boy. We did it. It's a boy, everybody. The cake is blue. Look at that. Because you were in on it, though.
No, there's no color to the cake at all.
It's a burl.
It's a boy or a girl.
It's a girl.
That was the big surprise. You didn't know I was involved in it. For some reason, it's a surprise to everyone but me.
You knew. You checked.
My husband doesn't even know.
I intercepted the order for the cake.
Yeah, you were like, hey, I'm just wondering, like, that cake that's coming in, like, it's blue,
No,
right?
no, I just break in. I take the order, and I make the cake myself. It's a very dry cake. You're like, this cake is lousy, and it wasn't even colored correctly. Yeah, that's because I made it. I can't frost for crap. It's gonna look like a big pile of crap.
It's not even hard to frost a cake. You just wait until it cools.
You'd be
completely.
surprised at how bad I am at frosting cakes.
Yeah.
I don't have the confidence to write things with the frosting. Actually, I tried to make Connor a cake once because my girlfriend at the time wanted to give Connor, wanted to make a birthday cake for him. We made it from scratch. We worked all day on it, and it was time to write happy birthday on it. And the first thing that happened, neither of us had the confidence for it. I squeezed, and it immediately went 3 or 4 curly cues, and we were like, "Oh God!" And then we needed to write "Happy Birthday," and she was like, "Let me do it," and she got "Happy Birth" and ran out of room.
That's why.
Happy birthday.
That's why I just like when it's people's birthday, I don't say happy birthday anymore. I just send them birth in all caps.
And this is why I literally, like, before we frosted the cake, I said, can we not frost the cake? And she said, you can't not frost the birthday cake. And I was like, okay, but I don't think he likes frosting that much. And she was like, well, we should check with him. And I was like, God, no, I have no idea if he likes frosting. And then, like, we texted him, and he was like, yeah, I like frosting. And she was like, see? And I was like, oh, my God. Why couldn't you just take one for the team, bud? And so then this happened. And then afterwards I was like, hey, this is why I didn't want to frost the cake.
I don't know if my boyfriend told me that his if he said, I don't think my best friend likes frosting, if I would question it, I would have just been like, okay, and not frosted the cake.
Well, no, I think she really wanted to frost the cake.
I'd be like, oh man, I really wanted to frost
I'm sure I looked like I was lying.
Okay.
Because I was.
Yeah. Anyway, where are we?
In a happier place than the story.
I mean, we took the same kind of tangent that Silver took.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silver was like, I just said yes to getting proposed to. Let me talk about my dead crush.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even like my dead former lover or like anything. Like, totally stupid. Okay.
So, as the party
whoa, Jesus!
We're so close to being done.
Oh my God! I just saw some words I didn't like.
Yeah, I'm gonna read those.
Okay.
As the party is winding down, Silver is seeing his guests out, and they hear a commotion in the kitchen. They all run to the kitchen. Sonic is on the floor bleeding. Shadow is standing over him with blood on his fists. So edgy.
What?
Oh my
Why?
God.
And then Rouge is like, Knuckles, stop Shadow from hitting Sonic.
Okay.
That's what Rouge sounds like.
Yeah.
That's what she sounds like in this story, let's be honest.
You know what? Let's be honest. Your voice is actually kind of close to the original voice actor for Rouge.
Okay, I'll take it. I disagree.
That's why you're called Romantic Rouge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I'm a bat.
Also, I'm a bat!
with
right.
one polygon boob.
Yeah. White bat glop.
You know, people always complain about how, like, what's her name? Crystal from Star Fox was like, oh, she's too sexy. And
We had Rouge.
made...
Let's be real, she wasn't sexy enough.
But let's be real, Rouge was the original sexy, confusing, sexy
I'm sorry,
animal.
was she... I thought Crystal came before?
I don't know, actually.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess Rouge was on the Dreamcast, so...
I knew about Rouge before I knew about Crystal, I guess.
Yeah, me
is
too.
what I'm saying.
Let me
Okay.
see. Star Fox Adventures... You keep going, I'm gonna check.
Okay. So, yeah, Rouge is like, Knuckles, stop Shadow from hitting Sonic, hold him back, basically.
Rouge
And
came
then
a
Scourge-
year earlier.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I'm right in saying that. I just hear a lot of people complain about that, and I'm like, listen, Rouge was there first.
Yeah.
Complain at the right person.
But I think probably Crystal awakened more furries overall.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I remember playing Star Fox once with, like, not even a friend, but, like, someone my sister knew. And I was like, okay, well, I haven't discovered this about myself yet, but oh my, what a very pretty lady.
Yeah.
And then years later, I'm like, wow, it makes sense.
We unlocked some Karina lore.
I'm gay, not a furry, just to be clear.
Hey,
But
there's nothing wrong with being a furry.
I'm not
yeah,
a
don't yuck
furry.
anyone's yum.
Yeah, no, we don't yum yuck on this.
Not a furry,
Chill.
though.
Except for when their yum is really yuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
except
the
for when their
story?
yum is immoral.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll yum yuck if your yum is immoral.
I'm yucking this author's yum because all of it is gross.
Yeah, okay. So, Scourge, don't know how to talk, comes in to help Sonic. And then, Espio is there, and this is the only dialogue we get from Espio?
Cool.
I don't know why it had to come from him, but he says, that Sonic said something about Silver that wasn't meant to be an insult, but Shadow took it as one.
What are you... Okay.
And with angry, he forcefully threw the bear bottle at Sonic's head.
Jesus.
With fast speed.
I'm gonna call Lil Z. Lil Z, wake up.
Well, she has to be here for the end.
One eternity later.
Lil Z!
Zax.
Zax!
Zax.
Zax, you're small!
Ah,
Lil Z, wake up!
sorry.
Baby, we need you to be awake for the last part.
Alright. So, we got that lore done.
Yeah.
We got the guests are leaving now.
After all that.
Shadow, I don't know what he was doing while he was thinking about all of this, but the guests are leaving now. We hear commotion in the kitchen. Sonic is on the floor bleeding. Shadow is standing over him with blood on his fist because he's edgy. And Rouge says, Knuckles, stop Shadow from hitting Sonic. And Scourge comes and helps Sonic. And then Espio tells them Sonic said something about Silver that wasn't meant to be an insult, but Shadow took it as an insult.
What?
And with angry, he forcefully threw the bear bottle at Sonic's head with fast speed, thus making the drunken hedgehog unconscious. I felt like he shouldn't desire to be hit.
You shouldn't.
I don't know what that means.
Whoa.
I think...
Hey, don't...
Silver.
You know what? He gets to define his own self-interest. You know? Maybe he wants to be hit in the head with a beer bottle. It doesn't sound like he did, actually, but...
So this is Silver's Pav. I think what he meant was that he felt like Shadow shouldn't have felt like he needed to hit Sonic. But,
yeah, it was... That's nonsense. This is all nonsense.
Yeah.
This is a
So
nonsense story.
that goes nowhere. I don't think we ever...
Find out what was said?
Get to know what was said. Yeah.
Why would you do this? Why would you write something where it's like...
That could be
there's a
interesting.
real misunderstanding, and it's like, I don't know what it is, so...
Yep. Scourge... Sonic is still unconscious. That's a real big problem. I mean, I think a lot of fanfic authors think that when you get knocked out, you, like, stay knocked out for a while. But that's not
also,
the case.
a lot of fanfic authors think
Unless
that being
something really-
unconscious is the same thing as being asleep.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm getting at.
Like,
So
the thing is,
Sonic
we learn
is-
that from video games, right? Like, where in video
Yeah.
games, you knock someone out and they're just gone. It's just the non-lethal way to take somebody out. So it's like...
A KO.
Yeah.
Like, people wake
Blackout.
up eventually. They're not just, like,
Fainted.
down.
Nah, if they don't wake up eventually, they're
You gotta
dead.
go to a pokey center. Before you can wake up. Gotta get to the
Yeah.
hospital.
Pokey
Anyway.
center.
So Scourge picks up unconscious Sonic, leaves with him. Everyone else leaves. And then Eclipse goes to spend the night with Rouge. But I just don't think that's a very good idea because every time he's been in Rouge's care, he's been kidnapped.
Yeah. Also, Eclipse had something very serious to tell Shadow, and they never did.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of...
I like how the author's like, this doesn't deserve care or attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that plot point
Yeah.
is gone. I mean, Venice was like, I'm gonna leave
Ever.
until I'm a grown up.
A couple years.
Until I'm a grown up.
See you then, babe. Bleh.
Yeah, so that was
Yeah.
pointless. Just for the author's gross fantasy. Yeah.
So, if Eclipse gets kidnapped, we'll never know, right?
So he goes to the bathroom again, even though he just went to the bathroom.
Yep.
When you're pregnant, you gotta pee a lot.
He said that. I was just sitting in the bathroom toilet. I've been peeing quite a lot. I do clean myself very clean, but I remember having a strange dream, Shadow licking me down there. Talk about a wet dream. Too bad it's a dream. This is your fiance. You can ask him if you would like to do that.
Oh my god, communicate.
I have a much bigger fundamental problem with this. When did you have this dream? Like you sat down to pee, and you're peeing, and did you have the dream then?
No, because remember, they haven't done it in a couple weeks because Shadow was gone on business. And And so he's feeling all hot and bothered and
Sure.
and, you know.
Yeah.
And like a little horn hog.
Come on, what?
Horn hog.
Well, you know, I like to say horn dog sometimes.
Horn hog.
Horn hog, I thought was a nice little twist on that.
Nice isn't the word I'd use, but okay.
A twist on that.
I like corn hog.
Thank you, Zach.
Horn hog.
Okay.
But can it knock Daddy Goo out of the park?
No.
Nothing is ever gonna knock.
Why
Daddy
did you
Goo out of
remind
the
us
park.
about Daddy
Children
Goo?
juice?
I thought maybe corn hog would be
No.
The only reason you like it is because it might have replaced your dark legacy.
Oh no.
The dark spot on KOF.
Yeah. KOF is canceled party on Twitter.
Oh no.
The part that I have trouble with is that he leads off with, I do clean myself very clean.
Yeah, like such a weird...
But I remember, like, what is the contrast here?
I guess that having Shadow do it instead of himself?
Oh. Is he saying that he licks himself to get clean like a cat?
No.
I guess. I don't know what little hedgehogs do to
Okay,
do
but
all
okay,
of
now
that.
now we get Shadow Pop. Silver tells Shadow that he should, after this scene, or maybe it's before, sometimes they do this thing where they like go a little bit further in one point of view and then backtrack in the next point of view. So I don't know what's happening here, but he tells, I don't know like when this happens. Silver tells Shadow that he shouldn't use his hands for violence. And we get Blaze gets brought up again. This does happen after, because Silver came out of the bathroom pulling his dress down, and he talks about how Shadow tells him he likes his quills like that, but do you like them like that? Which, like, this is the first time I think Shadow has cared what Silver thinks.
That's nice.
In terms
There's
of, like,
only took the
yeah.
whole thing.
I'm sorry you have to see me in that state, me hitting Sonic like that. He just so fucking
Oh
annoying.
my goodness.
Silver grabbed my non-glove hand. I don't know why he had a glove on.
Gross! Stop! Ugh.
And press it against his soft face. He said my hands should not be used for violence. It caused destruction with harmony.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
not sure what he's...
Whatever, but...
I'm not sure what he's talking about, but guessing Blaze told him that. Sounds like things she will say.
What do you mean
So I
things
guess
I guess
Shadow
she will say them
knows.
because she dies in the future.
No, not will say. Well say.
Never mind. Wait, I have
never met...
No, you
Yeah.
go ahead.
I have never met the person, but remembering Sonic talking about her.
I've never... There are lots of people I haven't met, but Zax has told me about. That doesn't mean I have
And so
any
you-
way to know what they sound like.
Yeah, so you know the kind of things that they would say based on what Zach tells you.
I got a general gist of them as people.
And that one Saturday night, Silver told me to.
Okay.
He told him about Blaze one night. Okay. But Sonic talked about her all the time, apparently.
Why is this chapter all about Blaze, a character who wasn't in the story?
And why is it now and not at the beginning?
The final chapter? This is a Tony situation!
Oh my god. It's just Tony.
You're right, I shouldn't have hurt him, but I'm sorry, Silver. Even though I hate saying sorries to that cover.
Oh my
It
god.
will make Silver happy. You don't have to... You haven't said sorry to him. You just said sorry about hitting him. He leans close to my face and picks my face up, bringing it into a soft kiss upon my own lips.
Ooh.
We continue to move our lips and pushing our tongues in this small
I
match.
really hate
Silver was...
when people in fan fictions describe kissing, because it's never like cute or sensual. It's always
I mean,
bad.
Bob and I
It
have
does-
talked about this so much.
Yeah, the way people describe kissing, actually, I will say, it kind of reminds me of when somebody kisses for the very first time.
Because my problem is, like, when people are, like, kissing with tongue, a lot of times, like, in this story, it's like, our tongues battled for dominance,
Yeah,
That's
but
not
his won out.
how you
And I'm
do
like,
it, though.
what does that mean? What did he do to you?
Why are you fighting?
You just, like, your tongue just went limp while he was just, like, blah, blah, all over your mouth.
Like, you're never, like, kissing somebody and, like, a little bit of tongue gets involved. You're never, like, fighting each other. If that's what you're doing.
We tried that
psycho.
once. That was horrible.
Why would you do that?
Did you ask for entrance by licking
That
the
one.
bottom lip?
That one was one of the worst.
I think no, the worst one was still the aerial choreography one. That one was
Licking
awful.
the teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
teeth licking is just terrible.
I've seen that. I read one recently.
I'd
where
rather be
it was
kicked
like
in the teeth.
Our tongues fought for dominance, and his won, and he explored my mouth, and then I explored his.
That's
And I'm
it.
like, so
What
why
was
did
the
you-
dominance?
He just wants to go
Yeah.
first.
the mouth exploration is the weirdest.
Oh my god, it's like...
Because it's like, or like, especially when they go like all in, like he was gonna remember every detail. Of the
He's a
mouth.
dentist, why
what
does he need to
things
remember
Memorizing every
what,
detail.
What are you saving in your memory
Now,
box?
now, question: would you feel? How would you feel if one that was accurate to real life? Like people, you know, when you were making out, you stick your tongue in someone's mouth, and you could get a detailed image, a detailed idea of what their teeth are like, right? That's my first thing, and then the corollary too. Do you think that would change the industry of dentistry?
I was about to ask that.
Like your dentist is like, all right, open up.
Oh, okay,
They're like,
your voice
God.
teeth are
three,
Gotta
coming.
get
four
it back in your
cavities,
mouth.
yeah.
So, here's my question.
yeah,
Let me see if the
Where
fit's
did
right. All right, good.
So, you can clearly tell that fanfic authors read other fan fictions because there's these trends of describing things certain ways. And obviously when there's like lemon in a story, there's trends of describing certain acts in certain ways. Not in this story, because who knows what this person is doing. The kissing, a little bit. The sex, not so much, because they're just wild
It's all
descriptions
bad.
in this story. But in people who have a firmer grasp on English, because I do think that English is a second language for this author, they do have similar, there's like trends, right? But where do you think the trend of like battle, like where did that start? Because it clearly was from someone who had never kissed before. But why did they think that that was how kissing worked?
maybe it was more just like it sounds good. Like they weren't really
It doesn't,
thinking about
though.
like.
Well, it doesn't because
maybe
you've
we're really-
actually kissed another human being, but
Yeah.
it's like maybe one of those things where they're thinking about
why-
like just like the warm feeling. They're just trying to describe something so that they don't have
As
to
passionate.
as passionately, as descriptively as they can. Just like, you know, I'm seeing on this page, Silver grabbed my non-glove hand and press it against his soft face. Like, it's not like he's gonna press it against a hard face. Like, it's not like your face is made of stone, but like, you know,
I mean, he
they're
has
trying to be
fur on
descriptive.
his face, though, so-
Okay, yeah, sure. Then like, you don't need an adjective though. But
Yeah.
like, the reason they put one is because they want to be
A writer.
good writers and like
They
being
want to show,
yeah, and it's
not
like
tell.
and it's like, okay, but like that doesn't necessarily mean you need to show everything.
Yeah.
You can just tell sometimes.
You can just say, we kissed. I remember there was
Yeah.
this one book that I...
We kissed passionately, and I will just imagine the rest myself.
There's
Thank
this
you.
book that I read, like, in 8th grade, and the scene is always going to stay in my head because of how, like, subtly spicy it was. It's a little, like, saucy for a book to be reading in 8th grade, now that I'm thinking about it. But the two characters, they were, like, at a place where you make pottery, and they were, like, making bowls out of clay. and they like started kissing. And I think the author said something about like...
Sorry, were they separately making bowls out of clay, or were they making one bowl?
They were like, she was teaching her boyfriend how to like make pots out of clay, and they were doing it separately.
Okay, so they're sitting together, they're doing the ghost
Yeah, they weren't doing the ghost
They weren't...
thing.
Wait,
Maybe
they were or they weren't?
Maybe
Because
they were.
the doing the ghost thing makes way more sense than both of them sitting at separate pottery wheels, leaning over to kiss each other.
I don't actually remember, because I wasn't paying attention to that part. What I was paying attention to was the author said, like, and then we kissed until the clay on our hands dried. I'm like, oh.
Yikes! Whoa! Holy Christ!
So imagine me, a little 8th grader, like, oh my goodness. Oh my god, like, no, like, gross descriptions of, like, and then my tongue explored it. Like, no, none of that. Just, we kissed until the clay on our hands dried. That says so much more than, like...
That says so much more, but at the same... It says that it's still a long time. It's wrong for different reasons. Much better reasons to be wrong, to be clear.
Yeah.
Much better reasons to be all wrong. I mean, that is a preposterous amount of kissing. But like, at the very least... I'm not grossed out by it.
It really did get across, like, how passionate these two characters were for each other, and, like, the heat of the moment. I'm like, that's good writing.
That is good. I mean, I still don't like how long that is, but it's still better writing because it still suggests, like, they were doing something and they got completely distracted, so engrossed. It tells you a lot more about what's going on instead of, like, I could feel the shape of his incisors. Like, what?
It's a way to show how long they were kissing without telling you.
25 minutes later.
They stayed in the kiss for 10 minutes. Yeah.
So, tips for future writers or current writers, less is more.
Try to include clay in more of your stories.
Clay is sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can get a cool scene where they have to, they got clay on their hands and they have to kiln fire their hands, that'd be great.
I'm trying to think, what was the book called? I don't remember right now, but I definitely still have the book, I think.
I do have to say that obviously 50 Shades of Grey brought romance novels into, like, popular culture, because romance novels have always been a thing with disgusting descriptions.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And for some reason 50 Shades of Grey just launched that. I guess because it was quote-unquote taboo. It was so S&M. And I'm like, this has been a thing in romance novels forever. Why did this book blow up? Who knows?
Yeah.
I think just because of the fan fiction more, right?
I guess, but, like, a lot of people didn't know that it was a fan fiction initially. Like, I bring that up and people are like, really?
Yeah.
I think people who read fan fiction might have known that, but the people who were reading the book didn't know that. I don't know. Anyway.
Back to this nightmare.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like people try to make allusions to describe sexual organs.
Yeah.
Gross. And it's so gross. And, I mean, published books do it. Fanfic writers do it, Wattpad writers do it, and I'm like, and I've seen Tumblr posts where it's like, why do you just say, like, penis and cock when you can say, like, all these other descriptive words to
because you don't use them in real life.
It sucks.
Yeah.
There was one example, I can remember one example that called it a Swedish hole.
No, stop.
Awful.
I prefer pissing stick to that.
You know what? If you want to
and my pissing stick.
If you want to tantalize your audience with a sexy scene, here's Karina's advice. What you should do is you should write up until it starts getting, like, real saucy, and then leave it there. Just, like, fade to black. Get their imaginations going, and then they'll be like, oh my goodness, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what rocks your boat better than anybody else.
Or you could be like weird people in the role-playing community who don't want to go that far and say, and they faded to black.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is not what they mean when they say fade to black.
Yeah.
We're gonna take this to the DMs.
they faded to black.
My favorite thing
They
is
both just passed out.
you remember in D&D when Wynn and oh my gosh, I always forget her boyfriend's name. But Wynn and that tiefling dude, whatever his name was, I mean, she broke up with him. It doesn't matter. But Matthew was like, and then we fade to black, and then I was like, and then we fade back from black, and they're banging.
Wait, here's my favorite bit of that. Wynn got up to his room, knocked on the door, he opened it, she went, "Hey," and then Matthew's like, "All right," and then we fade to black.
You didn't want me to go anywhere.
You were gonna do it though. That's the best part. You were ready to like, no, Matthew, you were doing this.
So the book that I want to talk about today for my book project, it was a romance novel. I'm not like super big into like romance as a main plot point in general. I'm fine if it's like a subplot or like character development or whatever, but I'm not like a chick flick, chick lit kind of person.
You're a chick tract kind of gal.
Yeah.
You're a Chicky Chan type of
I
gal.
don't know if I'll say it. Never mind. But I got this book when I was in 5th grade for our birthdays. In my elementary school, they would give us a book based on our reading level, which is kind of cool. So like our teachers would like tell the school like, oh, this person in my class is having a birthday, this is their current reading level.
Yeah, this kid's kind of a dummy, so give us something simple.
It was a picture book. No, but they would give us a book, and it would be on our desk with like a little birthday card. It was really sweet.
That's cute.
So I got this book in 5th grade. I did not read it until I was in middle school, which is good because I was like, I don't think they knew what this book is about. Because as it would have been horrifying for a 5th grader to read that book. It was a young adult book called Scribbler of Dreams by Mary E. Pearson, and it was actually a really good book, and it has really good ratings. I was like, let me make sure I remember this title, so I googled it. It has really good ratings. I remember it being a really good book, but it was like a subversion of Romeo and Juliet, where it was two families that didn't like each other. They were like Malones and Crutchfield, so okay, the M.
Sure, okay, yeah.
But so the love interests were from opposite families. Turns out that they were, the like big twist at the end was that they were half siblings.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I was like, it's a good book.
That's really cool.
Families hated each other for dumb reasons, and the girl had it. Yeah. So it's a really interesting read. But yeah, my main point is like, yeah, they didn't know what that book was about, and I definitely should not have read it as a 5th grader, which I didn't.
Yeah, but goodness. I mean,
but yeah, it was at my reading level, so they were like, here you go.
Nothing's been more awkward than watching the Lifetime movie adaptation of Flowers in the Attic with your sister sitting next to you.
Oh God, they adapted that?
Yeah. And my sister was sitting next to me when we watched it, and then it got to like the gross like sibling gross scene, and we looked at each other and went, ugh, and shifted away from each other on the couch.
Opposite sides of the couch.
Far away.
Lil Z? She's long
gone. We went on too many tangents.
Oh,
damn it.
Vex, you're small.
No, it has to be me. Hey, Lil Z, you're small.
No, I heard it.
I just wanted to
wake up.
Sleep, so
We're almost done. You can do it.
Okay, I'm so sorry that we went on such a long tangent, but it was fun to talk about, and now
I like listening to it.
Oh God. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I just read what Silver describes his mouth is tasting like.
Uh-huh. All right, let me go. Yep. No, this is actually Silver's mouth because we're in Shadow's
Oh, good.
So,
thank you.
We continued to move our lips and pushing our tongues in this small match. Silver was winning. Reason his mouth tasted so sweet, like green apple pie with ranch dressing.
What?
That's not sweet.
Oh God, I'm about to puke.
But he was winning for the reason that his mouth tasted like that. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
green apple pie?
Good point. There's layers to why this is.
It's a real
rough.
sour apple pie, I guess.
A tart apple
Yeah,
pie.
like, ooh.
I'm on board with that. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, dress it up with some ranch.
Disgusting.
Well, I did forget his eating habits were always a little off and weird. It has been his pregnancy.
Always a little off? Can I say? Let me just throw this out there, and maybe I'm being unfair. If somebody likes their apple pie with ranch, that's a killer for me. At that point, I would cut off the relationship.
If I started just doing that?
Yeah, I
What if
would end it.
They're pregnant.
I would if they're pregnant, then that's different. But like if they're day-to-day normal thing,
Yeah.
you know.
What
That's
if
fair.
what if it starts when they're pregnant, but then after the pregnancy they just are like, well, this is my life now.
No,
yeah.
I don't know. No.
But now you have a family.
No, now they have a family.
Oh my god.
Or you have a family without them.
Now,
'Cause
no. Now
according
I
to
had
Shadow-
a family.
But according to Shadow, it's his child, not their child.
Well,
so.
yeah, he gets a child, and they make his child.
I push back to catch some air. Also, not how kissing works. Breathe. You can breathe while you're kissing. PSA to anyone who hasn't kissed yet. Don't worry, you can breathe while you're kissing.
Don't be scared. You don't need an oxygen
It's
mask.
fine.
Or like a tank, or like the little hospital tube that goes in your nose.
I pushed back to catch some air and heard S whimper from Silver, who didn't want me to end our moment. That's fair.
Okay.
I also didn't want us to stop from sucking one another.
Yikes.
I also didn't want us to stop from sucking one another, but I wanted to also taste something and not talking about the mouth or nipple.
He's going for one of the other 4 holes.
Oh no.
Nipple come into it. Maybe he's going for Shadow's quid.
Oh my god.
Ooh. He can't leave
Wait
without.
to taste my quid.
Oh, no.
He can't leave without the quid. Tasty hedgehog.
Gross.
I have asked Silver to go upstairs and get all fresh for me. He took a while to understand till his whole face blushed red, taking a second to know what I was talking about. My face also blushed bright red from we're about to do. This is another trope in fanfics, which I've been seeing a lot in some Sonic fanfiction that I've been reading, where they just blush all the time, back and forth. They could be dating for 10 years, and they'll still be like, do you want to get frisky later? And they both,
Oh my
like, blush. And
God.
I'm like,
You know, I'll be honest.
Why-
Like early in our relationship, I'd say something sweet to Lil Z, and she would be like, she'd get all bashful and shy, and it was great. And then, like about 6 months in, she just got used to me, and it's been a downhill ride for me since then. I'm like, all I want is like one time to make her feel a little bit like shy for like a second, and like I just feel shit every day because like I'm just like, please, anything. She's happy, that's great, I like that, but it would make me happy to make her feel shy or whatever. Nah, never. I've not seen that once since that day. I have no idea what happened. I overdid it, I guess.
The only time that happens, I think, to normal people who've been in a relationship for a while is if, like, you're kind of embarrassed about something that your partner thinks is cute, and they bring it up in front of other people.
No,
Then
she
you're
was
like, "Oh,
she
but
would
I'm
get embarrassed about anything. I could just talk to her about anything, and she'd get all shot.
I know. I'm saying
too late
that
now.
happens in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, sure, that's normal in the beginning.
I miss it.
When you're, like, in your honeymoon phase.
Look at her.
But, like,
Now she doesn't give a crap about me.
Okay, anyway.
I walk
me
into
move
the
on
room
so
and
that
she's
we-
like, did I hear a breeze?
We need to move on so that Zax will be with us by the end.
That's fair.
Okay.
She's not denied a
it
thing I
gets-
said.
It also gets really
Hi.
gross.
That's gross.
So,
Thank you.
No.
Silver got up from his seat, kissed me on the forehead. His breasts were in face when he did this. Not that I'm complaining or anything.
Okay.
When he got up on the stairs, taking one look at me, he swung his butt left and right, or at least 2 or 3.
Swinging his butt.
I I love that. He swung his butt left and right, or
At least.
at least 2 or 3.
Yeah.
At least 2 or 3. Tonight I'm going to make you scream my name. I went back to cleaning the living room the best I can and getting myself also.
Oh.
I ran to...
Okay.
I ran to... I think this is a typo. But
It's so funny anyway.
I ran to the living room bathroom to wash my heads.
Oh?
And grabbing a bottle of lube.
Upstairs and downstairs.
Yeah.
The old hooker's
Both
bath.
heads.
Oh my god.
Silver Pav. Alright, these are the last 3 chapters. The last
3 paragraphs.
The last 3 paragraphs.
Gosh, they're such big paragraphs
oh,
too.
boy.
I'm getting ready for Shadow.
Can we get Lil
but I
Z to
don't
read
know.
these? Lil Z, read them. Last 3 paragraphs of the story.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
But I want to read the author's
Yeah,
name.
absolutely.
You don't look at that part. You don't look at it either, you two.
Okay, I'm gonna exit out the tab.
Because I need authentic
Okay.
reactions.
Okay.
I'm getting ready for Shadow, but I don't know what to do. I mean, I should be doing something, but what? I'm 19 and going to sleep with my lover, so I should be taking off my...
So,
Don't really know what to do, but I start to take off my earrings first, then I heard the door open. It was Shadow who came in sadly. I didn't have time to get ready. I walked back in the room and felt a little embarrassed.
this kind of makes sense, right? I guess?
Sure.
Because
It's a wedding night.
he hasn't
I
really
guess.
No,
had
not
that
what.
many
Just it's just
He
the.
hasn't really made that sexual encounters or, like, opportunities to be flirtatious. They kind of have just, like, gone at it whenever.
Yeah.
So when he's
They've
told,
never
like,
had any
go
foreplay
freshen
before.
Up.
They
yeah.
just go right into
yeah,
it.
exactly. So this kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. It's a little weird, but fine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't get ready like you wanted me to. It's just I don't know what to do. He pulled yanked one arm close to him, and he whispered into my ear. I could feel his warm breath making me moan.
I
a little.
absolutely despise it when you tell us that he whispered or they said something and you don't tell us what he whispered.
Also,
If you
Puggers.
do that, I'm just going from now on. I'm just going to announce. I'm just going to decide that he just leans in and goes.
yeah.
And like if he shouts at somebody, but you don't find out what he shouted. Ah!
Ah!
You know what I think
What?
he whispered? You're never getting away.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be.
Coming from
Scary.
Zach.
I thought it was gonna be like. What are your pronouns?
Damn your ass fat. What are your pronouns?
Yeah.
Asking what
little
his
mama, let me
pronouns
whisper in
were
your
would
ear.
be a little too woke.
Yeah,
for
you're
Shadow.
right.
No, see the point I'm making is that even in that tone of voice, even woke things are terrifying.
Oh, he had said that it's all right, and he do rest while I just follow.
So that's what he
First-
whispered. It's
Oh,
all
okay.
right. Do rest.
Okay.
Just follow.
First, he took my shoes, including my socks.
Whoa!
Since I'm getting
Sock-
fatter, it's harder.
Ugh,
I
fat
forgot
shaming.
about this. Whenever Silver's preggers,
You have
they
to really
just
emphasize the
fat
difficulty with
shame.
shoes.
He's also 1 month, right?
Yeah, not
Or like maybe 2.
not
Maybe.
significantly.
Oh,
so.
maybe if he slowed down on the green apple pies, right?
Go easy on the green apple pie.
But really, though, like, you can have whatever you want when you're pregnant. Anyway. Maybe. I don't know. Is a bunch of ranch really good for the baby? I don't know what the baby wants at that point.
I mean,
It's not
if
like
he's
you're
craving
pouring it
then I
into the
guess so.
baby's mouth.
Yeah, but like
Well,
you're
but I
not supposed
thought
to
most
eat
of
certain
the-
things like fish
Really?
or
Yeah.
caffeine.
Oh,
You're
probably
not
from
supposed to eat
mercury.
fish because of the mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And then, like, but then there are some things, like, you, like, pickle because it's, like, an electrolytes thing or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, like, I don't know what ranch would do. Anyway.
Dairy,
Ranch gives me superpowers.
protein from the egg yolks. I don't think there's egg yolks in ranch actually. That's
I have
weird.
no idea how ranch is made.
Okay, since I'm getting fatter, it's hard for me to put my shoes on. He kissed my knees very softly, with dense care. Next, my long red dress, pulling it down till it fell to the floor. With nothing to cover my body, I was exposing my breast and lower region. I kept my you-know-what in my pouch.
Okay,
Pack
wait,
it up,
pause.
my immortal.
What do you think that is? What do you think he's talking about?
I have no clue.
I assume some kind of...
I was thinking maybe the pego belly?
I mean, I kept my you-know-what. I think the you-know-what is presumably something that's inappropriate to say in polite company. Like...
Yes, but...
The pee-pee.
The pee-pee? The boy...
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ding-dong?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. I think
But what's the pouch?
this author does talk about, like, their... Oh, gosh, this is so gross. Because they're animals, they're, like, sheath, and it, like, comes out. So I think that's what they're getting at right there. It's... Yeah.
But that's...
I just wanted to... It sounds so strange, I just wanted to hear what you guys thought it meant.
Yeah,
Okay, continue.
No. Okay, Shadow then got on the floor while pushing me on the bed. My hands were holding me in place so I wouldn't fall backwards. I looked down to see him licking his lips and his fingers.
Just getting real wet.
Why is that
I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
You're like,
I only have one tongue.
You do like the V thing.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah,
an
but you're also
inappropriate
making
gesture,
sure to get
and then-
lots of contact with the... Okay.
Yeah.
so stupid.
Sorry, I just read the next sentence.
My heart was racing like thousands of wild horses running.
got it. I can't help but imagine these as, like, Sonic the Hedgehog anthropomorphic horses.
Like BoJack Horseman.
Animal Crossing.
no.
Like, my heart was racing like Usain Bolt. Like,
No, not Winnie.
just...
Oh, Julian.
Colton.
I then gripped on the sheets and felt 3 wet fingers pushing their
3
weight
already.
in me.
Yeah,
Yep,
you start...
it's
No,
really-
you start with air, and then you go to...
Oh my god.
And then you go to...
Oh my god. This person doesn't know what they're writing
Okay,
And then you
about.
just cast them out.
And then you
You
just...
just,
you
you know what?
just them out.
I'm leaving. I'm going back where I came from.
Yeah.
You just send me back home to Jesus. I'm all.
So it's clear all that's getting
Yeah.
cut. This is horrible.
Yeah, duh. Yeah, I hope so.
It's been a while since I felt anything going in. Thus, he began pushing in deeper and spreading his fingers at the same time, making me shake in a small
Oh,
groan.
God.
It felt different having another hole to poke in.
He already...
You
but he
already
already
did it
went
with
in-
this hole.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you got
No.
a baby from it.
You got one already.
No.
Oh.
Oh, Shadow continues doing his prepping.
This is
and
prep?
of course, I couldn't hold
I
back.
hate when they call foreplay.
He's prepping for the real
Yeah, you know.
Here
when
it
you
comes, my entire
Get,
arm.
when,
course.
You know, when you peg your boyfriend and then you're like, all right, now let's have sex.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm ready for the
Shadow,
next
Yeah.
part.
little-
Like, what?
Deeper, My emotions were running high and my mind began to get very cloudy. Shadow then pushed me on the bed, softy of course.
Softy,
Without a small warning, I felt a
Without
wet
a small
tongue
warning.
press against my
Just
vagina.
against it. Just like...
Here it is.
The lick made my body shake and shiver, still not used to being licking down there. His tongue was entering in the small hole in...
Small hole?
Shadow, your tongue is so...
Yeah, the urethra.
Yeah, like what?
Oh my god.
To quote True Bloods, you don't like my references, you can eat my pee hole.
My P word.
Please,
Maury.
my lover, sure. Maury.
Mario.
Maury. Are you father?
Maury. You're gonna end up on Maury.
Oh,
They
no,
could end
Luigi.
up on Maury, honestly.
Yeah.
My lover sure listened to me, and sucking his lips harder began
lips?
moaning.
He sure is listening to me.
Yeah, he's been so good at that before.
Now,
Sucking
now
his
my
lips.
mind is...
Yeah.
Now my mind was completely blank. The only thing I'm seeing is the ceiling. This great new feeling.
You
was
know, if you
amazing.
look up
How
at
I
the
wish
ceiling,
it didn't
generally
stop.
the only thing you see is the ceiling. Yeah.
But he's just so blanket in the moment. He can't
Yeah.
take the ceiling.
Can anyone confirm that this is what real sex is like? I've never had it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've only seen this in porn, maybe.
I mean, I've never even seen a woman.
Shadow then took his tongue from my lower region up to my stomach and to my chest.
It makes it sound like he moved
placed
it with his
chin
hand.
Wait. Listen.
between
No.
my milk breast and nuzzled his face cutely.
Why did he call
I
it that all of a sudden?
Hey, milk bread.
Can that go
I
on
don't-
the boobs tier list? The brackets?
Milk breast.
Milk breast. Hey, where's this on the tier chart?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Where does it go on the bracket?
Maybe you can
You're
replace
killing me, Larry.
milk breasts. Why? What other kind is it?
I mean, male breasts don't produce
You
milk.
got your boy breast and you got your milk breast. We need to appreciate small
I don't-
PokeGF.
Yeah.
With big
I don't
milk
feel like doing it tonight.
What?
Is that okay?
What?
Okay,
Huh?
what?
What?
Okay.
What?
Like, I'm
I
fine.
guess-
Obviously, it's fine. But, like, why did you write it into the story?
Also, yeah, like, you got this far.
Like, if this
and-
was biographical, it's like, fine, if that's what happened, that's what happened. But you, the author, had the choice to keep going, and you just were like,
Shadow really
you don't have a
liked it.
reason for anything you
if it was,
right?
like, character development, or, like, it's fine.
But
I don't
did
understand.
she finish?
I also don't understand the phrasing.
You know what
Did she finish?
I think it's...
No.
This is the most growth, because everything that's happened, I think, has been mostly for Silver. So Shadow's like, I don't feel like it. Like,
No.
tonight's all about you.
This isn't the piano
I-
scene
I
thought
from
this was Silver
Pretty Woman.
saying
Yeah, I thought it was Silver saying this.
Yeah, it is Silver saying this. Read the next sentence.
Oh, well, okay. Shadow brought up his head, kissed one of the breasts, saying,
one of
it's my
breast.
decision. Oh, one of breast. Saying, it's my decision if I only feel comfortable to do it.
Wow.
I stretch out my arms, giving out a big yawn, so I telling him a sign that I was tried. Shadow got up to lay next to me. He wrapped one arm around my waist, but he couldn't reach all the way since my baby
You're
tummy
1
was
month
in the
pregnant.
way.
You said it was a small lump.
I myself rested my head on his fluffy chest fur, bringing my arms close between us. I did remember Rouge telling us that she was going to take me to the mall tomorrow, but we see if
And
I
that's
really
how
want
the-
to go. What
and
is
that's
that?
how the
Wait,
gun
what?
turns.
Okay,
the story
alright,
ends.
here's the
Wait.
author's note. Author's note. Well, hello there. I know it's been a while since his I update. School and social issues. C:
Okay.
But not to worry. But hope you enjoy this chapter, my watchers. My only reason why I have an update is writer's block, C.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any fun ideas, please comment. Please don't comment.
Leave
on
this author
not.
alone. As
8-year-old
angry as I
story.
got at them,
Viewers.
please leave them alone.
I already have an idea for the next chapter. One last thing. The last chapter is 21. And if you didn't like the lemon scene, then I might another better lemon scene. Oh, also there's a very special gust later in the story. Hee hee, surprise, surprise.
The
hee
gust
hee.
was so special, it blew away chapter 21. It went, and we
Yes.
never saw it again.
I don't know if 21 is their numbering system, so there were supposed to be 5 more chapters, or if they were going off of fanfics.net's numbering system, so there was supposed to be 2 more.
I can't believe that's
Who
how
knows?
the story ended.
Also, apparently Venice is not an OC. It's
Can't
a
be.
Sega character.
I'm looking it up. No, I can't find a single.
Oh
rough-
my
I did.
God.
It's Venice. It's Venice.
Guys,
the
I
Mink.
just realized
Oh.
something. I went to this author's page.
It's
Guess what their name is? Their
What?
name is
Love
Karina.
Anime. Oh yeah, it's spelled with
Oh
a K though.
no. You stole my name.
That's your dark
Yeah,
You
side.
made me angry and you
That
stole my
happened-
name.
She had an author's note in the middle of one of the chapters, and she was like, "Hey
Oh
guys,
yeah, I
Karina
remember.
here." You
And I
remember
was
that?
very upset.
Yeah, I'm seeing Venice the Mink under the Sonic fan wiki.
But like, if you look at the description of him, his story is just silvers. So I'm confused.
I don't know.
Venice is a time traveler from the distant future. Early on, he believed that Sonic was the cause of a catastrophic event that destroyed the world and traveled to the year 2006 to eliminate him. During his journey, he finds out that Sonic is trying to save the world like him and decides to help Sonic and Shadow set things right.
Hey guys, this
He's a master of telekinesis and telepathy.
author sucks.
Like-
Sucks.
Yeah.
This was probably one of the worst things I've ever read.
Yeah, that was painful.
Silver.
Oh wait, Venice is a mink though. They call him a hedgehog in the story. So, it's not the Sega character.
Again, I can't find anything of the Sega character.
I don't think it's... Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, this is garbage.
Bad garbage.
Well, Z, get us out of here.
Get us out.
We're trapped in the video. Lil Z, help!
I've been here for 17 years.
Help! Lil Z, get us out!
Get us out of the story.
I'm trapped in the TV. I'm trapped in the TV.
In the TV.
KOF gets sucked into the story.
Help.
Yeah.
Lil Z, get us out!
I
That's not it! Do the outro!
know. I was just wanted to
Okay,
be
thank you for
saving
saving
you.
us.
You save
Save us by doing the outro.
Okay, anyway, well that was awful. Well, you really put us all through it.
No, she put us through it,
thank-
and you were sleeping.
I was around. I yelled at Shadow plenty. I gave him the old 1-2. And thank you guys so much for listening. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe because we all need friends.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
It's over.
Yay, we did it.